Sing in me muse, and through me tell the story of those people skilled in all ways of contending, the Dragonlords, harried by fate and prophecy. Sing of the cities they saw, of the binds they learned of distant peoples, and weathering many bitter nights and days deep in their hearts, while they fought to save their homes and the lives of all Thyleans. Of these adventures, muse, most sacred of daughters, tell us in our time, lift the great song again. And with that, hello everybody, and welcome back to Oathsworn, Odyssey the Dragonlords campaign here on Neon Lights Roleplay. I'm, of course, Turk, or Turk Ascended, and I have the great honor and privilege of being your game facilitator, GM, however you prefer to call it tonight. But I'm not alone, as I have an absolutely incredible group of storytellers here around our proverbial fire, all ready and prepared to tell you a fantastic story. So before we kick off, why don't we take a spin around our semicircle here, our our theater seating, if you like, starting with our leftmost and always first starting into the fray in many ways. Comrade, why don't you tell the people who you are, what path, who you'll be playing tonight, what path they walk. Yeah, that's all for right now. We'll get to feelings later.
Okay, awesome. Hey, I'm Comrade Crash. My character's name is Leo Dracos, the Human Paladin, Oath of the Dragonlord, and he walks the Path of the Vanished One. Up next is Chrissy.
Hello, I'm Chrissy Kritz. I'm playing Defera Damos. She is our Medusa Warlock, and she is the Path of the Haunted One. Here we are. It's only been a year, and I finally remembered it. We're the Oaths of the Warmist. No question marks. Next up is not Al, it's Heck. Go for it, bud.
I could sense the stress as it got up to you after Comrade. Hey everybody, it's me. As per usual tonight I am playing Calliope, the Siren, College of Epic Poetry Bard, who walks the path of the Dragon Slayer. Let's take it on over to our other Siren, Thronos.
Hello, I am the last hit point hero, and tonight I will be playing Thrynos, the sorcerer demigod siren. There we go. That's me. That's all I got. Back around to Turk.
Yes. Hopefully we will have Tony, aka what is D&D, aka Eliana Logid, with us later, and fighting an internet monster at the moment. Wish them luck in their battles. So yeah, you weren't able to join us last time. That's perfectly okay. Our heroes did a bunch of really cool stuff. They recently arriving in the city of Mytros, and finding themselves, well, quite swamped, stormed, penned in. A lot of emotions and feelings coming to the surface at once, being forced to make a quick decision that almost seemed like a diplomatic track placed upon them by the king, but managed to make a fourth quarter quick turn around at a cost they might not fully understand yet, but managing to fight off the forces of the storm tyrant Sidon, and allowing the goddess of music, trickery, travel, etc., Akira, to perform some kind of ritual or spell. The storm that had been battering the city of Mytros has abated. And the king has given one of two things. One, a map leading to the supposed location of the Ultros, an ancient ship prophecy, as well as controversy, but with also a plenty of magical properties that makes it quite important to their quest, whether they understand that or not. Two, he's going to throw them. He's going to throw a new set of great games. Usually only a once-a-year thing. Now, oh boy. Anyway, as we join our heroes, I assume almost, if not all of you, have gone directly to bed after your encounters, if you've been ushered to private rooms or however rooming situations you'd all prefer. So yeah, unless there's anyone who doesn't want to do that and wants to stay up late and be hurt and not have all of your resources back, please, by all means.
No, I think we're gonna take those.
Yeah, take the free rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who knows what shenanigans might happen tomorrow?
Shenanigans in Oathsworn? Never. Never, my dear audience. You awaken the next morning, probably most notably to the absence of the sound of rain. You'd only been there a day, but it had kind of been the constant presence in the background, the white noise that had just disappeared, and as sunbeams reached their way through the shades, or more likely just the light billowing folds of fabric they're using to cover some small bits of the window for you. Does anyone in particular want to get up first? Anyone feel particularly motivated? Not seeing a picker, so hey, Defira, you are going to awaken not only to the soft, quiet sounds of a peaceful but still bustling palace, but also as a seagull is sitting in your windowsill.
But also and then it went dead silent. When you said... Yeah,
No.
your sound gate won't let you.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You watch it before you can even fully get up. It pops down and sits now on the one of the corners of your bed.
She's just gonna sit up. Have they brought breakfast to the rooms, or is there like an expectation of breakfast elsewhere? Would I know that, or do I see anything?
Did you opt into the continental package when you first arrived?
I don't know. I don't really remember that discussion, so I might have.
There's a door hanger that you have to fill out and leave outside your door the night before. It has to be up
You
before
didn't
3
schedule
a.m.
a wake-up call. It's fine.
Well.
No. The assumption being you could probably summon servants to your room to handle your whims. Maybe an odd feeling for some of you, but it is a luxurious palace with a lot of its needs fulfilled, and you are growing in popularity to a great degree.
Okay, so on that note, she's going to reach into her bag and grab one of her rations and toss it away from the bed, just like off of the bed.
You'll hear the fluttering of wings as it gets up and goes over and just pecks at it a little bit, or just as seagulls do, swallowing the whole thing.
Yeah.
Defera will get up
It starts walking
and
back
say,
over to you.
yeah, okay. Well, I guess if I'm stuck with you. And she will try to find some sort of kitchen. Also, FYI, I don't know if you guys heard this, but I just panic checked my watch. We just had a crack of thunder and some really big lightning in the middle of March in Ohio, so if I lose internet, it's because I was like, what's happening? Anyways, I'm so sorry.
You're good.
That was really, really loud and really unnerving. She's gonna try to find the kitchen, dining room, dining hall. She's trying to find her friends, and if the bird's coming along, she's not gonna get rid of it. But she is going to turn to it and go, listen, I appreciate the company. You're very kind. But also, don't forget, do you have a name? Alright. Well, this is going well.
It's gonna flutter up and sit on your bag if you're carrying it with you. If not,
Alright,
it's gonna land on
well,
your head.
Yeah, well, it'll land on the bag.
Mhm.
She's just going to like look defeated. More so than with Sticky Kid.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of like heavy sigh and accept this as her fate at this point. But she is going to talk to it as if it is talking back. So we're gonna have to like think of a name for you, I guess, if I'm gonna be stuck with you. Also, what do gulls eat? Can you riddle me that? All right, so this is
He
good.
said yes.
Uh-huh.
You've all been
Great.
placed for your mind space. You know, you've all been placed in the same hallway of rooms. You know,
You
while the
guys can
others
hear
are
the
awake.
slowly losing her mind.
You can definitely at least all start to hear,
Something.
depending on your state of slumber, just you know.
Yeah, no,
from
that
in
would
the
be
hallway.
annoying enough. Yeah, Calliope would probably wake up. What a burden to the palace.
Servants will start arriving, hearing the sound. Oh, 1,000 pardons. Will tries to shove the bird away, and it, you know, flutters its wings at them, stands up, and you know, will like eventually be shooed off, but seems like to just be up in a rafter. We'll make sure it doesn't bother you while you're here.
Yeah, I mean, this happens like a lot in cities where like things just find me. She's gonna
Net. They usually don't come up this far from the bay. There's no reason for them to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about birds, but and she's going to turn to Calliope. If Calliope is like head out of their door or whatever,
Yeah.
I will ask around. Ooh, oh, that was another lightning and thunder. Sorry.
That one I heard through your mic.
Yeah, it's getting really wild. I'm panicking a little bit. I'm nervous for my internet.
Sign on be rolling up.
Gonna be okay.
So she will look over to Calliope. I have maybe some friends I can ask. And she's going to, as quickly as possible, dip into Calliope's room to get away from the bird. And like very quickly just shut the door behind her.
You're gonna hear more commotion in the hallway as they try to clearly chase this bird. Before you will, there has been food arranged for you in a dining hall.
Thank you. We'll be there in a minute. Okay, thank you.
Oh God, catch me! Yeah, there seems to be a commotion.
I don't envy them.
No. How do you get rid of gulls?
There's not really a good answer. They just kind of stay until they want to leave. Unless there's something larger that wants to eat them, but I don't think there's really anything here for that.
She's just going to like slide her back down your door and just like sit down. Yeah, you know, I don't want to kill it.
Yeah. I
kill
I
it.
do the same sentiment.
It's like just defeated. She's just like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I tried with the kid. I couldn't kill the kid. I'll kill this one. Like,
You know, okay, you say that, but the last, little creature friend that we made ended up being a little gnome. So I'm a little scared that might happen again. And that's a very strange sentence to be uttering, but the fact that we're here just kind of serves to that, I guess.
yeah, you're right. You're right. And she will stand up and open the door.
You see the seagull is sitting, like not sitting, but standing right there, and just waddles its way into the room.
Teferi's gonna look at Calliope,
Mhm.
look down at the bird, and whisper at the bird. You better hope you're a fucking gnome or something. And then just walk away. And that's all.
It throws a pine cone at your head. No. Others. Because the smell of food is beginning to waft into all your rooms as well.
I think, yeah, Leo gets up at the scent of food.
Mm.
Like, he was pretty beat up, but he is, after a night's rest, I think he's back in, raring to go.
Quick question for Leo logistically. Are you bringing your egg with you, or are you leaving it in the room with Mytros? Or are you just bringing the whole...
I think I'm leaving it there.
All right.
Yeah, I think this is our temporary space, and so I'll leave it there, knowing it's safe for now.
Especially with Mytros,
Yeah,
who is laying on top of the egg, you know.
Yeah.
So
Such a good mom. I'll bring you some breakfast.
Good. Much more content now that there is an egg. Clearly. Join us, though.
So Thrynos, when he wakes up, he's going to head over to the window and take a look out and look up at the sky, the sun just breaking over the horizon. Glance over his shoulder at whatever is cawing and seeing a bird leave a window and go back in another window and kind of ignore it for a moment, and he'll pause and adopt kind of an attitude of prayer. And he will begin a short devotion, something that has piqued his interest of late. And he will, in whatever means, awkwardly, as he tries to, even though folks have thought him to have been a priest so much of his life, he always ignored it, pushed them away. But he pauses and lifts both his hands and stares toward the rising sun, and he goes, "Sing in me, O Muse. We struggle in vain against self-tied bindings, sprinkled in cheap perfume and covered in charcoal ash. Who wants those who do not want? What may we find if we look? Who may find us? Sing in us the song we need. Sing in us, Lady Kira." And lift up a prayer to the goddess of music, and after finishing, head toward food.
All right, safe to assume you're all heading out to go enjoy some breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, no, they've got a decent spread. Nothing too, extravagant at this point. Just some, light things to get your day going. Bits of salted meats that have been cooked, and some juices that have been fresh pressed at the table for you. It seems nice, but clearly, this isn't going to be an extravagant feast.
Did anyone else hear seagulls this morning?
As
Just point to it.
It's like if you're all sitting at a table, it's kind of taken a spot at a bench near Tefira. Its head's kind of just poking up.
Oh, hey, who's your new friend?
We actually have to come up with a name.
Wait, what?
We have to come up with a name.
Okay. How about Mytros too?
I like that.
All right.
Mytros 2?
I'm bad with names.
I mean, something ominous. There's an Icarus. I don't know if you've heard that's tale. Because I can imagine if that thing gets too close for too long, that, well, who knows what might happen.
Tefera's going to lean in really close. Calliope has reminded me that last time we had a creature visitor, it also happened to not be what it seemed. Here's to hoping this is as well.
Has anyone seen Kira yet this morning?
Nope.
No.
I know that we were all exhausted after last night. Or most of all, perhaps.
As you all are, taking in a light breakfast and trying to figure out this seagull, its name, and what it's doing here, is it magical? Who knows? Maybe it's just a really determined seagull who is actively stealing a piece of bread.
Yeah.
Barley bread, to be fair. You are going to hear the sounds of, armor shifting as someone clearly heavily armed is going to turn the hallway, turn into your little dining area soon. And shortly after, soon enough, an extremely tall, probably like 6'5" woman enters with a pair of 2 guards. Her hair is knotted and pulled back into kind of like seems to be the most effective way to keep hair from being around your face and eyes. Covered in heavy armor that befits emblazoned with not the symbol of Mytros, but rather of Valis. Though she also seems to carry a series of chakram on her side and has a small Stimfey companion that Mark, which you can all make a history check on, because this particular style of training and garb is unique to a certain group of people.
Nope.
Leo and Threnos, Tefira also probably as well, really all I need is a 10. This woman is an Amazon, and the other women here are also Amazons. Incredibly brave warriors from the island of Themis. They usually don't come to the mainland, but these clearly have some import. And she looks over all of you. My queen has requested your presence. It would be wise
Really?
not to keep her waiting.
Well, look at everyone else. Can see no reason either.
Good. Hate to have to drag you in.
We
Shall
follow
we-
along.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
It's
takes a
really-
second.
It's like very
It takes a
aggressive.
second. Oh.
Yeah. As we
everyone-
leave, Tefera is gonna take the bird. She's going to walk over to the bird if it will let her. Hand grab it,
Mm-hmm.
stick it under an arm.
Really?
I mean, if it's like,
Been around a lot of seagulls, and I've never seen one act like that. So
Yeah.
maybe
Well.
maybe are onto something. That's for sure.
or not, but it's better safe than sorry. And she's going to walk as quickly as possible.
The strangest morning I've ever had.
The woman, Amazonian, will begin leading you all through the palace through a series of hallways. As you get closer to what seems to be Queen Valis's chambers, you join a large line and procession of quick-moving series of messengers who are going into and out of this main chamber very quickly, it seems. And you immediately get the sense that the throne room is not the nervous center of this city. That the room you enter as you are brought into the queen's chambers, and she sits on a couch, barely elevated, but rather divan. Apologies, with golden mirrors kind of behind her, and leading a somewhat small courtier. That this is who is actually running the city on a day-to-day basis. That is very evident. As you enter, Valis will sit more up to attention and then fully stand. And thank you, Michaela. Please. She motions, and the woman you learned as Michaela, Makhaila, will salute and step aside to join 12, now in full complete contingent, 12 other Amazonian warriors. Valis will pause and look over your group. I see you're all still recovering from the events last night.
More or less.
Nothing that breakfast can't fix.
I should hope so. This is... You will need your group at full strength for what happens next. Not simply your prophesized actions, but what happens next you need to be very careful with. I have no doubt the map my husband has provided to you is some form of another trap.
Well, it seems so far that our time here has been spent with unwinnable scenarios.
Yes, well, it's likely he believes that the map will either lead you all to your deaths, and he can simply pick up the pieces when he wishes, if he wishes to, or you'll retrieve the Ultros and be in such a weakened state upon your return that he'll simply be able to strong-arm it out of you. I doubt that will happen, but he will undoubtedly try to reclaim it as a family heirloom, if nothing else. You can't let that happen. My stupid husband is a small child when it comes to these things. He just thinks he can grab anything he wants.
Needless to say, we have little love for the resident monarch.
Then
And
you're
every
wise
reason to
enough.
suspect that he's all that and worse, really.
Yes. Well, you'll soon learn, I suppose, just how far his depravity and lack of care goes. The gains will be shocking to those of you who have not spent time in the city before. Not in any harm done to you, but rather he has re-established the Minotaur markets, and sees fit to allow the Order to decide on to sacrifice a Minotaur at the opening of every game, despite my protests and eventual attempts at stopping the import of them into the city. They're smuggled in, which is a circumvention that my husband is all too proud to allow to continue.
Where are they capturing these minotaurs?
Beyond the city, in the in the wastelands, the north, they entrap them with oaths of service. Heartlands and the Great Steppes are perfectly fine places, but these slavers bring them in, hide them in Stygian Row. Well, not even really hide them at this point. Once they're there, but they are one problem the city is encountering. There's already infighting as the Oath of Peace weakens between the followers of the Five and the cults of the Titans. How deep those go is unclear, and well, Either way, it's putting us once again in a weakened position to eventually handle them. Should you all be unable to stop them in time before the Oath of Peace.
I was wondering last night, is there not any way to set those sibling titans against each other? At least their cults. They seemed to bicker for our attention and loyalty yesterday, choosing one or the other. Maybe that could buy time?
Between the cults, of course, they are led by humans, and they both think themselves more powerful, but the Titans themselves are united if for no other reason than they are the strongest allies they can have at the moment, and they've been grown quite comfortable ruling side by side. They are, after all, siblings and wed to one another. Kind of bond like that is quite hard to break unless you have them at the end of a sword. I should hope you should be able to put them in that position soon. Or eventually.
Eventually, yes.
As for turning the cults on one another, it's more difficult. Chandras might act as if there's some division between himself and Commander Gaius, but indeed he is on the island with the Order of Sidon with most of his time. If he's not here, leading the cult down in Stygian Row, but I just would hope, speaking of the cult, your recent blow against Sidon has done a great deal to shatter some of the confidence he's been trying to instill in the cult activities here. But he's certainly not pacified by any means. They still make sacrifices to him daily. But for the moment, his power has, of course, left the city. Butharia, though, are doing something dangerous still. Many still fear the Lady of Death and Dreams. I'm worried they're going to try to cause chaos in the lower city, especially while you're here. Try to show it off as some form of incompetence in one way or the other, on either the king's part or yours. During the games, that could be disastrous, but I'm not sure if they'd be so bold as to strike then. There wouldn't be enough attention, you see. Right now they have a stranglehold because they keep everyone drunk and fed. Undoubtedly you'll have someone handing you a piece of pork and a cup of wine as you go through the streets. That gives them an edge, but I think we all know better than to trust what they're handing out for free.
Does that all come from one place?
At the moment, yes. Ships bring in wine and other provisions to the Temple of Thylea and Stygian Row. They then distribute that through the city through cultists and other followers. Could be worth looking into. But direct action would likely arouse suspicion, so be cautious.
It just seems like a lot of problems come by ship and end up in Stygian Row. Yes,
that's absolutely correct. It's not something that I am proud of, but it has become somewhat of an area for the more tieflings are their proper name. The people here think they are cursed, which is ridiculous, of course, but they've called them Stygians, given them a connection to the Hells. And they have, of course, because of this fear, been placed into their own area. Rather, forced into their own section of the city. Half-orcs are there as well, but that's out of their own choice. They noticed there weren't a lot of orcs or half-orcs around when they got here, apparently. Decided to try and keep their culture and bloodline going. So they all decided they should stay around.
So, what Stygian Row is missing is what? Pork and wine and hope?
Stygian Row is missing some hope. And eventually the breaking of an outrageously improper so I'm personally jumping the words Valis would not. But it's a sty in the eye of all the people here that they continue to permit this to occur. But they're so stuck in their ways that all change seems to be anathema to them. Only helped along, of course, by their fear of Sidon and my husband. I'm not asking you to do anything now. Please, again, use caution and best judgment. Don't need you to go storming down there and smashing open all the crates. Or cages. But it's something to look into while you're here. I thought I'd give you a warning, just as I warned you about my idiot of a husband.
And we appreciate your candor. I know it's not easy. Though, if we were to act less directly, would you suggest something? Besides general caution?
The cult of Lutheria obviously needs to be infiltrated. It requires knowledge, or at least an alliance with someone who might be able to help you. There are certain drinking areas down in Stygian Row that harbor less savory types that either know of through their clientele or have ways of entering the cult. A certain group comes to mind, though their methods are still troubling. If you needed to look into something, the cult of the snake. There's a thieves guild here, run by a lady of coins. Undoubtedly you might see her work still. We have our centurions dispatched trying to cut down her, but honestly I can't really protest her methods. She seems to exclusively target people who are pro the Minotaur slave trade. It's just, I'm not sure whose side she's on at the end of the day. And that'd be a good thing to finally figure out. As for Stygian Row itself, do what you do best. Inspire hope, change. I'm afraid my sister won't be able to join you for the moment. She is still very, very spent. But
safe.
Safe, yes, but what she did was dangerous and put us all at risk. She skirts too fine of a line. It was a fine battle to win, but we need to think of the war. And now we are down a precious resource that we could have needed.
I would think we've brought a means to introduce a great deal of hope in a city that was trapped under a dark cloud for far too long as well, though.
Again, a fine victory. You and my husband have that in common. You need to start thinking long-term if you're going to become a Dragonlord. Not every battle needs to be won. Sometimes a tactful and careful retreat ensures victory later on. I'm not going to argue with your results, merely that the method has cost us greatly, more than you might know.
Regarding the oaths, and this is for down the line, you said that they make the Minotaurs swear an oath.
An oath
in
of
their
service.
capture.
Yes, which they can transfer to new owners. They work labor and eventually are brought to the fighting pits.
Now, when it comes to those oaths, the very same ones that you are bound to, they break down when compromised, correct?
The Oath of Peace is in the same vein as an Oath of Service, but both are still punishable by the Airnes.
I'm just, the great fear that you have of breaking that oath. I just wonder if there's a way to hasten that in other places. Just for later. Something to consider.
You want the oath to be broken now. I likely could do so. Within a
No,
day, the
not
entire...
not the oath of peace, the oath of service, the smaller victory.
There might be, though it would not be with the Minotaurs themselves. You'd be working with those who would seek to sell them, undoubtedly at a price. But
Just trying to
Well,
find the weak points in these bigger issues, the threads to pull at.
absolutely. I think you will find that there are means by which they can be released. For instance, when they're sent to the fighting pits, they're usually released from their owners and allowed to fight on their own. I think they find it some kind of washing of their own hands. There's time then, I suppose, when they are in the arena or on their way to it or other functions that you might be able to intercede.
That would help one or two.
Ideally, you'd have enough power politically to lead a movement to ban the practice. You're popular, but so are the Titans in the order of the Dragonlords that exist now, however false they may be. Please, I'm holding you back from the city. I must reiterate, though, if and when you seek the Ultros, do not return it to my husband. Alert me or one of my siblings, and we will arrange for necessary preparations to be made.
I'm going to look to the rest of you. How do we bring hope to the forgotten part of town? Seems like pork and wine's one way to do it.
See the city, please. I'm sure you'll think of ideas as you go. But if by all means you want to try to combat food with food, unorthodox certainly, but fair.
If it's working for the rest of the city, I suppose it may be a place to start.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your help thus far, heroes. Chosen of the Oracle. Another note, though. You might wish to seek alternative refuge. My husband, of course, will not fear to harm you here, but while you are here, you are watched. Aside from this room, I cannot speak to the secrecy of any of these halls. It might be wise to seek alternative accommodations while you're in the city, though you are, of course, free to remain here at your leisure. And she'll
What do you all think?
give you all a nod. You do not have to leave now, but I will have guards posted to your rooms, or if and when you return to your things.
I suggest we have an idea before we leave this room, then. So that the planning isn't overheard.
The eyes don't
Well-
extend out to the city if you wish to think about it while you're there.
A walk, then? Thank you,
Now we go. Thank you.
Your Majesty. Proper. Your divinity, whatever proper proper local
Your Majesty will suffice.
Friendly neighborhood god.
friendly neighborhood god.
Yes. My goddess, etc. You all can make your way out of these rooms, and you can be led to the main courtyard again, where you're just about to hit. Well, rather, you enter into the courtyard, and you see a massive pile of silver pieces, all printed down. And is this the one I want? No, it's not. But they're all all printed and minted in various faces. Some clearly, more ancient than others, but all, of course, marked with various Dragonlords or members of the the aristocracy, generals, etc. But it's just kind of sitting out there in the open. As you step in to the courtyard, you watch as it shifts as a massive silver dragon rears its head up and out of the pile and, yawns up to the sky. It is a full adult-sized dragon, where the Dragonlords you had been riding on before were just young. And time to wake up already. Aww. It bellows in common. And brings up and scratches some dust. It's too early. Oh. Turns its head towards you.
Suppose you could get up whenever you wanted to.
Yeah, but you were walking around here. You spoiled the whole thing. He lays his head down.
Sorry, we could be more quiet.
As the obviously the sound of this dragon speaking bellows in the area, you see priests beginning to move out, carrying cooked lamb and other treasures that they place in front of him and toss more onto the pile as he kind of like settles in and seems to just do that lazy early morning thing, like pull like a half section of the lamb off and just be chomping it, like mouth open. You do hear genuflections to Icarus. Oops. So who
Leo,
are
do
you
you-
guys?
We're the Oracle's chosen. I'm Leo.
Ooh, that sounds made up.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're still getting used to it too.
And to whom do we have the pleasure of meeting?
And you see now he shoots two wings out of the pile and removes himself fully, seeming to stretch. I'm Icarus. It's too early for that. Oh.
Really? I'm going to point to the seagull. I like to call him Icarus. We haven't
He's like
settled on a name yet, so now I just don't think that one's going to stick.
Yeah. My name is Icarus. Thank you very much. Again, I can't really do it in the same booming way, but also imply the kind of adolescent, like, tone. Hey, Leo, you know dragons. This is an adult-sized dragon. Usually they aren't such little pricks. If you want, I'm not sure there's I would love if there was a stat called like Dragon Taming or something, but a history or nature check, or even Arcana, whatever you'd prefer, for you specifically would make sense here.
Okay, sweet. They're all 0, so what can go wrong?
Oh.
Oh, a 2.
All right, I got no. This is must be just a really immature dragon.
Immature.
Yeah,
well,
just
like
kind of acting, just fussy.
this is a courtyard, right?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
then he has all his just horde right here in the way of everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Leo just thinks he's just some sort of snob, rich dragon.
Wifey's gonna lean over to Thronos and just kind of whisper, if this is the king's dragon, it's gonna make so much sense.
Really would, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So you guys don't know who I am? I'm Icarus. I'm like the king's dragon.
That makes a lot of sense.
Sure. Yeah.
Your reputation precedes you.
Oh, good. I've been trying to get that in front to precede me.
It's
Oh.
good to be perceived.
You guys like my treasure? I've been working super hard at getting it.
Oh, you got this treasure?
Oh, yeah. You could have a little bit if you'd like.
Nah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like super generous.
That is kind of you.
Right?
Side eye, a couple priests dumping another can of silver into the pile.
Oh yeah, I did bring out another cooked lamb. You must assume they have a large, spit roast thing going in the back somewhere. You're amazed the palace isn't burned down with the amount of smoke that must generate.
Well, Icarus, we have been honored to stand in your presence.
Good. You should. Show's on.
Oh, Icarus, the wonderful dragon of the king, I just wondered, we're getting ready to see this wonderful city, and as you obviously are a being of power and influence, wondered if you'd recommend any spots that we don't miss.
I mean, here's pretty good. They just feed you all day, and it's great. Top of the mountain's pretty fun. Great arena I get to hang out in sometimes.
What do you mean, get to? Don't you go wherever you please?
Oh yeah, but like, people scream sometimes. That's really loud, and Castus says I can only scare the people I'm supposed to scare, which is like, I can't help it. I'm so incredible.
A sight to behold.
Yeah, that's what he says. So, yeah, it's all pretty cool, I guess. Unless you can't fly. That sucks. Imagine having to walk. Would not be me.
Thranos very subtly flexes his own wings tiny bit. Yeah.
Anyway, you guys want some silver?
I'm fine, thank you.
Sure. I'm like really generous too. Seems to just flick a small pile out towards you guys. Not directly at your feet, but kind of spills towards you all. Like a kid splashing water.
Maybe next
I
time.
will take a rain check on that one.
Yeah.
Oh god, it was raining so much. Ugh, thank goodness that stopped.
Isn't it wonderful it's not raining anymore?
Yeah, right?
I know.
Never get to fly in the rain.
You should tell everyone how great it is that it's not raining anymore.
Sure.
I bet you can see the sky better.
Its sun is nice. Keeps
And when
you
they
warm.
when they bring you the roast sheep,
It's
they're not all cold and wet.
Yeah. Oh, you get it.
Lots of good things.
Absolutely.
Spread the word.
Oh, sure thing.
Well, thank you for your generosity. I'll take just a small handful of the silver, like 12
Yeah.
of them or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm gonna start heading away from the courtyard. As soon as we're far enough away, I'm gonna drop all 12 like into a flower pot or something.
You're gonna make some servant's day.
That was incredibly unpleasant. I think you're right, Calliope. That was definitely the king's dragon.
I have an knack for that kind of thing.
Well, as you make your way towards the gates, even just out beyond the courtyard here, I assume you guys head out past the the larger gates here.
Wherever we can get far enough away to comfortably talk about where we're going.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you want to get past the royal gate.
Yep.
So as you can start making your way down that slope, and as you leave the palace, you realize that people everywhere are watching you with great interest. You hear excited chatter amongst the crowd as people are beginning to move about, and life is clearly returned here with full force. And make that a bit louder. You start to hear excited chatter that it's the Oracle's chosen ones, the heroes of the Heartlands. They've come to Mytros to save us from the Titans. Several merchants begin to approach you, expressing gratitude for the work you've done to make the roads safer to travel. Even as you all move about, you see detachments of centurions, the city's guard, salute you as they pass. And as news of your presence spreads, more and more admirers begin to crowd around you, vying for your attention. For long, progress through the city's streets has effectively slowed to a crawl around you.
I thought we were going to a quiet place.
What?
I have a quiet place. I have the quietest inn in all the land.
Who said that?
One of the merchants. They're shouting over each other, trying to get you. Oh, don't listen to him. He's a scallywag. He's just going to throw wool over your head to claim it is the quietest place. I, however, have a very lovely little coffee shop for you to try. Not even coffee. It's shit in the water. I do not.
I think it's important that everyone smile, wave. Where are we gonna go?
I have an idea.
Well.
And Calliope. Oh.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Okay, Calliope is just gonna say, is that our friend Eliana, the Eliana who can see into the future and point just somewhere far away from us?
Make a deception check.
Okay. So we can run.
Mm-hmm.
That's the plan. All right, deception. 14.
Yeah, no, you managed to get a good number of the crowd to, whereas a lot of the more, mercantile stuff, of course, want to foresee their futures and fortunes, and, it's easy enough for someone who's described as heavily armored to get mistaken for some Centurion patrol that's going by. So, unfortunately, they're going to be surprised. But, yeah, you can start to more freely move about the city.
Run!
Yeah,
Yeah, and we just trot out of the way.
So you have a variety of places to go to in the city,
Yeah, so clarifying question, Stygian Row is a place in Mytros, right?
Yes, it is the area up here. Away from the harbor, obviously, where everything's more cluttered together.
A place of interest.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Were there any other places of interest we wanted to go to first, though? Because that's kind of the big one.
That was a lot of targeting of that one. Of stuff going on.
That's a big one, of course. There is also other things. The Academy is back up in the area here. Of course, the Theater of the Gods is the big amphitheater, or just theater there. That will likely be getting repurposed for, the Great Games. You have the Temple of Sidon, Temple of the Five. You've already been there. What do we have here? The Great Agora, if you need to buy things. There's the Courts of Mytros. Out in the harbor, of course, you see a giant statue of what appears to be a young Pythor. You seem to recall there's usually two of them, but something clearly happened to the other one. Yeah, I'd say that also one of you might remember certain ways to get around the city more easily, given they had spent some time here. So, to fair, if you wanted to navigate, the noble estates are over here. You know, kind of more around the agora.
Tefair doesn't necessarily have anything specific, but that is a place of interest for her, yes.
So yeah, really, the city is yours to explore as you like.
So I
Real quick.
suppose we have, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna. So were we gonna leave our stuff back at the palace, or were we gonna?
I'd say it raises less suspicion at the moment to leave it there.
Okay. It's just I left my dragon egg there. You should be fine, right?
I assume so, until we give
Okay.
them a reason to think that we're not fine.
Mhm.
I mean, that feels like a very... Like, we're not talking about a gull, you know? And she's gonna, like, jiggle the seagull under her arm.
You're still carrying that
Um,
thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just put it on your
but
shoulder.
also... No, because then it'll shit down my back. This way I can at least, like, aim it. Kind of.
That's true.
Like, away. I mean, like, maybe, like, leave your robes and your fighting things, but I feel like the egg is a little bit important. Like, what if this sketchy king, like, grabs it?
Well,
Right?
he does have his own mighty dragon, quote unquote.
So, like, who wouldn't want a partner for that guy?
I mean, I can understand the danger of leaving it there, but at the same time, if we go and get that and take it away, they might wonder why we suddenly turned around and went back.
Okay.
Which
So,
isn't
yeah,
a
we'll
problem, just a thought.
Mhm. And Valis did say that guards would be stationed at the door. Plus, you know, I trust Mytros enough.
Yes, I do too. Okay.
If things go terribly, I'm sure Mytros will take the egg and run.
Disappear. He's quite good at
Mhm.
that.
It's not big enough to carry the egg, but Mikros will certainly try.
Wait, Defira is just gonna go with it and go, okay, guys, we've had some trouble with that little guy disappearing and stuff, but we're just gonna go with it. I trust y'all.
So I suppose one of the things to consider is how we can bring hope to Stygian Rome. Can't really do that unless we see what's going on. I'd be curious why there's only one statue of Pythor out there. Sure, we could ask around to find out. It seems to me that the more statues of the gods around here, the better. Point people away from the default. But there's plenty else to do too. What do you think?
I personally think we have the most leads in Stygian Row. I don't have much interest else at the moment.
That works for me.
Works for me. We can head that way.
Let's go see what's going on in Stygian Row then.
Sure thing. So you guys make your way through, following the main road, and then, you know, kind of hooking inward along the river. The road is not perfectly, set, but let me get past all this noble district nonsense. No bathhouses here. This low-lying district is vastly different from the rest of the city. Its clogged, stinking streets are filthy and poorly maintained. Ruffians and vagrants shouting threatening words at you as you pass by. Signs of drunkenness, violence, and open debauchery are everywhere, even now. So, let me... God, do I have any, like, low-down music? Maybe. Yeah, what about this one? Yeah, there we go. So, it seems that Stitching Row is somewhat of a wretched hive of scoundrels and sellswords. Not villainy. I mean, some villainy, of course, but on the weekends. From an easy view, as you're all moving down, it seems like every vice is on sale here. And the first major institution you'll see that seems to be more well-maintained than the rest, I suppose, is the Temple of Lutheria. It's a small temple, given that it's also one of the, to borrow a line from Monty Python, it's not covered in shit. You can easily view into the temple. It's dozens of statues of a grinning, dark-eyed woman with a scythe. Casks and painted jugs of wine are stacked along the walls, and a sweet fragrance even pours out to you all now. As you hear buskers in those purple robes. Please enjoy the offerings of Our Lady of Dreams, and we'll be handing out wine and pork to pieces of pork to people. Eventually, one of them will come over to you. Please enjoy, my friends, enjoy. The libations are courtesy of the Lady of Dreams.
Sorry, I just had breakfast.
What is breakfast if not simply the first meal of a long day? Please, drink, I insist.
I'm fine, thanks.
Very well. The rest of you, please, though. We have pork and wine enough for all.
We're actually gonna take a loop, so we'll be back. Don't worry.
Very well. I never forget a face. I'll be looking for you all.
I'd hope you would.
Continuing to move in. Again, this is packed. Is anyone doing anything in particular as you're moving through?
Anyone know where we're going?
No, I think we're just wandering.
I mean, it's not exactly what I expected. But close.
You still moving in throughout the city as you do, or did you stop for a moment?
I was
Yeah.
planning on moving it in deeper, looking around, taking it in, specifically looking for any shrines or anything to the gods rather than the titans.
Oh, few and far between here. I mean, more than likely, there's some people with household deities. But, they have interior temples, but there's not really a lot of exterior faith here. Statuaries here are very more often than not smashed. Not to say there's not art, but it is the kind that expresses displeasure with the accommodations of a boarding house, rather than devotion to a higher power.
Actually, is there anything to the effect of graffiti around?
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a lot. Okay.
That's what I meant to imply. There's a lot of
Okay.
graffiti
of
because, of course,
graffiti.
that is how you leave reviews on people's work.
Mm-hmm. Because I think climbing might take a little bit more of a look at anything like that to think, or to kind of see if there's anything that might resemble a snake.
You definitely see it's not like blatant, like the cult of the snake was here.
Yeah,
Like
obviously.
no
Just
tunnel
little-
snakes
little
rule,
subtle
but
things.
you do actually I'll give you this since you're looking around for signs of the cult of the snake. There is definitely signs of general this store has been this store was or rather you notice there's increased guards around some of the better off stores and there seem to be some markings on those buildings that have a small, not like Ouroboros, but kind of coiling outward snake. Just a kind of really quick little spiral thing with a slight mouth added to it at the top. Most likely some kind of shorthand rather than a full-on graffiti, because you're looking for it specifically. But I'll have you all know that as you're all walking, you see a small crowd is gathered around someone who appears to be standing very still. Going in, a small group of people has conglomerated around a figure who seems to be holding their hands up like this and not making any movement. Or rather like this. Want to investigate? You can always just walk around.
Sure. Yeah, what's going on with that?
Moving in to the crowd for a better view, you see a statue of an incredibly lifelike quality of a woman who apparently is in abject terror.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll hear people muttering, "Lady of Stones takes another one. Shame. Figured with the storm she wouldn't be out as much, but seems she struck again." Eventually, you hear the armored footfalls of centurions as they move in and start moving people out. All right, that's enough. Let's all be about our day. As they are carefully beginning to try and lift the statue of this person.
I think Leo.
Just figure out. Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
Go
Leo.
ahead. Go ahead. Nope.
I was just gonna say, would DeFer recognize this at all?
This no, honestly, with your time, I'd imagine you might have heard a little bit of the Lady of Coins, but outward moves like this would probably be a more something you aren't super familiar with, just given your upbringing. I know you're somewhat involved in politics, if I recall, so you probably have heard of the Lady of Coins and the Cult of the Snake, but not to the degree that their MOs.
Okay. Would DeFer recognize this by way of a
Something.
petrification?
Usually I'd ask you all for Arcana or something. I mean, you're free to make that if you'd like, but I'd say
Threnos side eyes the local Medusa.
We've also
I-
fought basilisks. I feel
I'd
like
say,
we have a
you're
good idea.
familiar with what a petrification looks like.
Yeah.
And though this is a great city, if there is the Banksy of street sculpture just appearing but only showing people in abject terror, it's a very it's clearly not
Pretty niche.
inspiring. Yeah, very niche and not inspiring a lot of joy with art there. It doesn't spark joy. So this is more than likely a victim of petrification. Yes.
Yep. She's just gonna make sure her hood's up. Just pull the little tassels tight.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll hear the snakes kind of, bring themselves back in and around close to the back of your head so it not be scrunched.
Yeah, I mean, you can make as much noise as you want. It's not as bad as this fucking bird.
Exactly, between that bird and if there's any noise that kind of goes over that, Lifey's gonna make an effort to make some noise to cover it.
Leo, you were gonna do something though.
Yeah, I was just gonna lean over to some gossiping villagers and ask, "A lady of what?"
Lady of Coins, haven't you heard?
No, we're new in town.
She runs the Cult of the Snake. She's a criminal mastermind.
Oh, and she can turn people into stone?
Oh yes, that's the belief, yeah. Some say she's likely Medusa. From where? Who knows? But King Acastus will do anything to stop her. Maybe even the Order of Sidon help, but... Well, all we know is that Lord Terran Nordragon is very interested in stopping her activities. Though he's gotten very little help thus far.
Interesting.
Oh, well, you're... It's like they stop and realize who they're talking. You're one of the oracles chosen. I am so... Oh my gosh.
Nope. We're not the... We look alike.
Starts
There's
another crowd is going
There's
to start.
only 4 of us here. That's not. There's usually more.
But still, they kind of humbly excuse themselves, bowing and like feeling less like they need to crowd you and more like they've been in the presence of somebody really important. Clearly, you must be doing something cool.
You said someone had interest and needed help. Where can we find them?
Lord Terran, Newer Dragon, the largest estate on the hill. The largest estate on the hill. You can't miss it. You will all recognize Newer Dragon as one of the names of the original Dragonlords.
Thanks for that.
Of course. Anything you need, Chosen.
Praise the gods, it's not raining anymore, huh?
Indeed. And they'll quickly make themselves scarce.
Say a prayer.
Of course, anything you say. At this point, as you're turning, you are gonna feel a soft caressing hand kind of work its way under your chin. Threnos, just, hey there, big boy. You looking for some fun?
No, not particularly.
Oh, you sure?
Everyone is very generous around here, though.
Oh,
Why is it always Threnna?
sure your feathers don't need a ruffle?
No, thank you. No.
All
Appreciate the
right.
concern and pull the wings in tighter. Yeah, it's kind of the same reaction as when you just tighten up.
Yeah, absolutely. Tighten up your glutes.
Escaping into the. No, thank you, but
you will see an Oread, basically an earthen mountain nymph woman, walk around you, wearing very little, something that leaves very little to the imagination. Just, well, if you change your
aggressive
mind,
eye contact.
you change your mind, she shoots you a wink. You can head to the Siren's Roost. She'll walk away. As you notice, there's been a variety of others that
Inspired name.
This fame thing is really something, isn't it?
It is awkward.
ask for Tegete.
Will do.
What did she say her name was? Titties? What'd she say?
Tegete.
Oh, right.
Titties.
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 Got it.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yep. Tag a
Alright.
titty.
If you pay.
Should we head up to the manor, or should we just keep exploring?
We could ask up at I'm not sorry, I'm just a little like wiggles his wings a little bit.
Here, this will snap you out of it. And DeFero will take Icarus and flap him in his face with just a bunch of just super distracting, and then just walk away.
Can't do seagull sounds very well. I was practicing all day.
Oh,
The sound gate just won't let you.
I don't
it's
even. I wanted to go
working some of
higher,
the
but
time.
I'm gonna turn to Calliope as soon as As soon as Defear walks away with that bird, I honestly think they're closer to rats than anything else.
Yeah, rats with wings.
Run into one
I-
while you were flying.
All the time. They don't get out of the way, no matter how small they are.
No, they
No
don't
matter how
move.
much bigger you are than them, they just don't move.
I swear
I-
they move into the way.
Yeah.
Like they're
I-
actively trying to get in the way.
Absolutely. I can't say I miss them.
It was pleasant
this one's a
being
little
on the
cute.
interior. What? It looks
Well.
down, and during the flapping, there was some aiming as well, so just right down the front of Thranos's. Really. Missed them.
I don't know, that call is,
Cute.
oh, grows on you a little bit.
Something is going to grow on me, probably. I would wipe it off with something cleaner, but I'll just look around.
Yeah, no.
No,
This is...
No, I hear that's good luck.
You
Where did you hear that, Leo?
live near the sea, Leo?
Well, I used to fly too. My brother used to tell me all the
I-
time.
Mhm.
How's good luck when they poo on you?
What kind of birds did
I
you
have
run into?
also heard that.
What kind of birds? Well, ours were more meaner looking than the seagulls you have here, but they could get
What
pretty
the-
high up.
What looks meaner than a seagull? They're ugly mean. I mean, they're not
They
even
don't
majestic
listen.
mean, like an eagle or something like that. They're just ugly mean.
If you had ears, I would cover them, and she will cover the top of this poor gull's head.
Looks intelligent though, maybe.
What? Should we continue looking around here a little bit for any other sign of this Lady of Coins, or just go straight up to the hill?
Well, up the hill is definitely one lead, although didn't Vala say something about certain establishments around here that might have a better idea? I'm not exactly suggesting the Siren's Roost, but that kind of energy, maybe.
If you're curious, we will come with you and support the investigation.
I mean, I will investigate that. Absolutely. Bigger question is, what is the goal? Are we going there with hopes that someone will join our side of the fight and...
Well,
or...
Lady Valis wanted to know whose side this Lady of Coins was really on. So just
Yeah,
to
so, like,
determine
are we-
that, we're probably going to have to find her at some point.
Not the
But,
moment.
like, are we
at
trying to
least.
convince her to be, like, on our side, I guess, is my question. Is that what we're trying to do?
Well, she said that the lady was fighting against some of the same things we were fighting against. Just
But
maybe different methods.
Yeah, I think they're causing a lot of commotion, and from the crowd that was here, it seemed that it was causing a lot of fear. But if they're, yeah, we're trying to find if they're, good or not.
Well, we probably should have asked who the statue was. That could help us.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look around, see if there's anybody nearby that was standing around during all this.
I mean, there's plenty of people all around. Absolutely.
I'll just walk up to random bystander. Excuse me.
Oi.
Did you see the statue?
Oh, yes, I did.
Do you know who that was?
What's he worth to you?
Good talk. And then I'm gonna go find someone else.
Yeah.
Another random bystander.
Yeah, Tiefling.
Excuse me.
Yes, hello.
Did you happen to see all the commotion? The statue nearby.
Hey, statue, yes, the Lady of Coins strikes again.
Right, but the statue, not the cause of the statue. Do you happen to know who she might have been?
There's so many people here. But probably someone who was working at the markets. At Minotaur markets, to be clear.
What makes you say that?
That's usually who the Lady of Coins targets. Those are her rivals. Could have been someone who tried to cheat her out of a deal. Or she could have just liked the way she looked, but she didn't claim her afterward. Yeah, people make for poor statues when they're afraid, I suppose.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
It did not bring you bad news. I'm always grateful.
Hand him a silver coin. No,
I should have kept those silver coins before.
I've got more. I'm not being tracked by dragon coins of mystery. I'll spend my own. Ooh, I don't have a whole lot. I'll spend my own. Thank you very much.
Yes, I'm saying. But yeah, you absolutely
appreciate it, sir.
Thank you. I don't palm it and put it into a purse.
I will look over at the guy that asked for money and keep walking.
So, there you go.
Little. Say it just a little loudly. A little compassion and working together. Everyone comes out ahead.
Shove it.
Well, that's interesting. Lady of Coins targeting the ones that work at the market. Now, that might not have been her exactly, but at least
must have been like a slaver or something.
Could be. Associated, at least.
Mm-hmm.
So there's looking for the right solution, just by means that Valis isn't pleased with. Should we go deeper, see if we can simply get found, or up to the hill?
I think we should head up to the hill. People are starting to notice, us again.
When y'all say the hill, what do you mean?
I don't know. He pointed to a house on a hill.
In the estates, yeah.
The estates, yeah.
The guy that is in charge of looking for, but not doing anything about finding.
Lord Turin.
There it is.
In charge of, who knows? It was more implied he was very interested in making that happen.
Well, yeah, there was interest. So we could see what his interest is, or we could look for her more directly, figure that out later. Or we could skip him entirely since she's the important one. But we would just be wandering aimlessly, hoping she bumps into us.
She does have a type, so I don't know if we're going to attract her.
We could find... Well, that'd be a random chance. Let's see what he knows. I think you're right, Leo. See what Lord Turin knows and go from there.
So yeah, I think we head to the estates.
Okay. It is going to take you some time. Of course, making your way out of Stygian Row and back into the city as it is. So let me quickly do a music change. You begin making...
Sounds like it smells better up here.
Absolutely. As you begin making your way up, you'll make your way past the Great Agora, where a heavy-set, robed figure is delivering news throughout the to the people who are going about their business today. It's, the great chimera of the Cerulean Gulf has taken another dozen victims aboard a merchant vessel that was just one day's journey from Mytros. It is advised to all traveling merchants to use caution on your journeys. As someone holds up something else for him to look at. All members of nobility are cautioned to keep the Oread Echo from your doors. She has for 500 years been demanding war with Eresia. and shall not be permitted. It is advised in no uncertain terms that she let her lover go, whoever that might be. And we'll continue to other news.
Well, that was peculiar, to say the least.
There's a lot of stuff going on. Of course, mentions, increased attacks by the Lady of Coin, and anyone with relevant information should, of course, report to Lord Terran.
Ask for directions to Lord Terran's place.
Oh, yeah. Someone will, of course, point you just down to the large estate at the end of the hill here.
Jeez, ow, he was super far away.
Yeah, he's literally
I
on
figured he'd be like this house, the one overlooking.
much too small. No, this one is has a garden and everything. It's it's very nice. But you're definitely going into the more noble districts, and you're relatively clean. But even walking about in something that's even more common robes is catching you some side eyes. Other things you see on your way up, of course, you're going past the great gardens of Mytros, which is like a verdant, just glorious thing. You see signs to the Bank of Mytros and the courts, of course. You can see them as you go by. But entering into the noble district, one of you feels very at home here, actually.
Yeah, so as Threados asks for directions, you guys would, if you were paying attention, might notice the Defer was already kind of walking in the direction you were supposed to be going, but then stops and is like, oh right, directions, duh, because I don't know where I'm going, with the gall under her arm, and is going to intentionally walk a little slower as we get into this district. Just taking in the sights as well, seeing how it's changed.
Well, things definitely seem to have only increased in the way things were. The rich have gotten richer, and those who are, of course, you've seen the state of Studinra already. It hasn't gotten any nicer. But the estates have risen. I'd say asking for directions, you'd probably be able to just get a clear shot. And Tara, you'd recognize a lot of the houses that you wouldn't see anything you'd be too personally familiar with. At this time, thus far. But before you stands the most opulent villa in the city. Despite its great size, the house itself is difficult to see. The grounds are full of lush gardens, statuary, pools, fields, and a large hedge maze with what appears to be a great fountain shooting up from its center. I think, I won't say I'm in love kind of setting, if you will. You'll notice two heavily armored and very clean and heavily armored and large guards stand at the door and block your entrance immediately. State your business.
We heard that Lord Terran has interest in the Lady of Coins.
It gives you a look up and over, looks at your group assembled, assuming everyone's there. And it turns and grabs the attention of a servant. Alert Lord Terran that some have come interested in aiding his search for the Lady of Coins. And, follow me. He'll begin moving you in. You see this estate in particular is heavily patrolled. You count at least no less than about 14 soldiers constantly around all, just a constant cycle as you're brought into a waiting room. Though you notice that on the common soldier, seeming like there's some officers here that seem to be in charge of small detachments, but the detachments they're with carry shields and symbols of the Order of Sidon. You'd guess if you can pay for the best, you're paying for the Order of Sidon here, if you want guards. Eventually, a very shiny person enters as a balding but seems to refuse to acknowledge it heavier set man with enough jewelry on his fingers to blind you if you were ever hit with direct sunlight. Ah, finally. He walks in. He has a kind of sash over his arm as he moves and takes a seat. Welcome, my most honored guests. I assume you've been sought to, all your needs have been filled. Wine, drink, bread, all straight to business.
Bread would be fine.
Fantastic. He claps and servants enter with a number of crafts for you to sample from until you found one you like. All the finest vintages from the Heartlands. Of
Just tear off a piece of the first one that goes by.
Perfect. Yeah, he'll just, pour you some. Now, I hear you're interested in helping me with my folk hero problem. Style, of course. We all know the Lady of Coins is nothing but a ragabout.
Rag.
An elusive one at that.
Indeed. Which is why I need help of people such as yourselves.
Well, we certainly would have an interest in finding her. We were actually down there a few minutes ago, several minutes ago, and
Undoubtedly seen her work.
it's going to be the end of what I said. Yes.
There's some form of intense hatred for anyone trying to make an honest day's work. Now, of course, she styles herself this folk hero, stealing from the rich and giving to the poor, but I asked you, how is that wealth reflected in Stygian Rome? I've not seen the slightest bit of improvement in the areas that I have been informed of. I'd say all that wealth is probably hoarded somewhere, and there's simply rumors. Like her staff go out and spend money, and they take it for charity. Now, I admit that I do profit heavily from my work in the Minotaur trade, but is that any reason to target my associates and overseers? I think not. She simply has it out for me. And these guards, as lovely as they are standing about, are useless when it comes to handling something more subtle, clearly. But I tell you what we have learned. She's been cursed. She's a Medusa. Petrifies anyone. Obviously, you've seen that. And seems to not understand that Minotaurs are nothing but violent beasts. Relish in bloodshed. I tell you. The fact that Lady of Coins is any affiliate for them speaks miles and volumes of her character. Furthermore, I believe she's in charge of the whole cult of the Snake anyway, which is a thieves' guild out and out. Folk hero. Crime lord. More like it. Thinks she can buy the city out from anyone. Anyway. I am willing to give you all 5,000 gold pieces to bring me the Lady of Coins' head. I know, a generous offer, but truly, I am quite keen to see this matter handled.
So this lady only attacks your associates?
Anyone associated with the Minotaur trade. She attacks them directly, but the theft of the cult of the snake is widespread, I assure you. All the major families have been hit.
So does there appear to be any pattern to this? Like, are only certain places in the city targeted at certain times? Has there been any really location or place of interest found at this point?
Stygian Row, of course. The organizations and places there are undoubtedly hives for her agents, for recruitment or to spend their ill-gotten gains. Beyond that, I've been trying to find some kind of hideout, but nowhere in Stygian Row is large enough to hold that vast amount of sum. We've turned over every large building that we legally can. Yes,
What large building have you not turned over?
The cult of Lutheria, naturally. But to intrude on their space is a whole other matter. My guards won't step foot there. You see, I've hired some of the Order of Sidon, and that makes them apparently too superstitious to do their jobs occasionally. Perhaps that's why I should recruit some good five God-fearing folk. My ancestor did fight alongside them, after all. All at once, please.
Sorry. No. Yeah. So, do you have any other information that we could use to track this criminal down?
Well, speaking with those at the Minotaur Market might have you marked. And speaking with the patrons of those damnable institutions, not just the Siren's Roost, but the Satyr's Tail, I know, seems to be a particular haunt. At least as far as my best agents have been able to get before I have to find them as statuary the next day.
I see.
Anyway, if everything is in order, I'll have you all on your way, and 5,000 gold for the lot of it. A fair price, I assure you, at least the weight of her head.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Very well.
Thank you for your hospitality. And I think, yeah, we head out.
DeFair's gonna squeeze the goal a little extra hard as we're walking out and hope that it shits on the floor.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a goal. Some servants will begin immediately heading over quickly.
Hey, Defer, is this lady another of your how do I say this? Sisters?
Well, Leo, if I knew that, I would happily let you know. On that note, not all Medusas are the same, but...
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, shoot.
That being said, as we're walking out, and DeFair's not going to try to, like, quietly say this. So we're actually going to try to, like, find the person and hunt them down who is trying to slaughter minotaurs. Feels like it goes against what we do. Alright, just making sure I'm on the same page as everybody. Like, we don't like this, right?
No,
No, of course not.
I'm getting
Yeah.
incredibly tired.
Even called them a hero. We don't go
Yeah.
after heroes.
Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet, Leo. Okay, so, like, cause, like, this person's giving off, like, solid Robin Hood vibes.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? maybe? Or, well, whoever Robin Hood is in this world.
Yeah, yeah,
That,
certainly.
that
So-
energy, and then,
Pretty-
I'm getting incredibly tired of all of these self-important nobles.
Yeah. Seems like two different worlds from one part of the city to the next.
Yeah.
As you're having this conversation, I assume moving a bit outward,
Yes.
you will see a sort of somber procession heading out in front of you. Mourners line the street, wailing spouses, dumbstruck children, and resigned elders look on as a number of people holding, emblazoned banners of the Order of Sidon proceed pulling a large bronze cage. Aloft and inside is a shackled minotaur. You don't know what's going to happen next, but now there's the audience, because we're going to hit a quick break, if we can, and join us real quick as we get back. Make sure you handle all of your liquid situations, get some more water in you, other things, and when we get back, we're going to find out what happens next. So, thank you so much. Also, a quick shout out. This week, we are fundraising for the Malala Fund. It's an international nonprofit organization that advocates for girls' education. Of course, co-founded by Malala Yousafzai. Yousafzai? I'll get it. But really awesome cause for this week in Women's Month. So if you have the ability to throw some money their way, we are matching all those donations, so give what you can if you're willing and able, but even just your support and visibility for this stream and for Neon Lights as a whole is another great way to do that. Anyway,
Yeah, big shout out. We already hit our goal as of this break, so we can always raise more, but thank you all so much for getting to our goal already. This is, we're on day 1. That's amazing.
Yes. That's
yeah.
something we're gonna hope to continue to do. We were able to do that last time as well. So, yeah, thank you all for the existing generosity. But yeah, we will be right back. Thank you all so much for your support thus far, and we'll see the rest of you after the break. All right, see you then, everybody. Hopefully. Yard area right here that might be, repurposed. Oh, we're not getting audio.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. All right. You hear us now, chat? All right. Quick recap then. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Hope you had a great time. Our party has just seen a funerary procession of sorts go down and down the street, and seem to want to know where it's going. It seems to be heading down to the central area of the city, towards what's perhaps a training field of sorts, just near the entrance to the royal estate.
Does this Minotaur appear hurt already at all?
No.
Okay.
Well, a little bruised, probably, but kind of just seems like old scars.
Any ideas? What's going on?
Well, this is probably the pre-game sacrifice.
At least what's leading up to it. Rating is if they can't control if this person lives or dies.
You would know that it seems to be funerary, so the pre-game would be the game's sacrifice would likely be held in a more public area, with a lot more fanfare. This is someone has died, or several people by the looks of it, as there's quite a turnout of mourners.
I suppose the quickest way is to ask someone.
If you'd like to, that's an option.
Leo, you're sweet and innocent and come across as pleasant more often than not. You wanna ask a local?
Yeah. Leo just walks up to a person in mourning and then asks what is going on.
Approaching one of the elders, more likely, not one of the, because the funerary rite is required to show how sad you are, probably literally pulling on their faces and wailing. But yeah, you can get one of the stoic people, or the elders.
Oh yes, well, you see a group of 3 soldiers. A number of soldiers were fighting on the northern border and died to a centaur raid. This is so the families may have some respite and offer a prayer to the Lord of Storms. 3 of our family members will enter into ritual combat with the Minotaur. They will either slay it or the Minotaur will go free.
Wait, so the Minotaur had nothing to do with it?
No. This is a ritual, a pleasure of the Lord of Storms.
Okay.
Excuse me.
And she'll continue on. They seem to be, making a pace.
Okay. So
They're doing what?
You seem to be, making a good pace, but you will also see as you, Leo, you can look up as you're a bit closer. The Minotaur looks you over, turns his head, kind of seems interested, just gives a.
I think, yeah,
Chains
he kind of
rattle.
waves
You should
confused.
watch the fight. It's gonna be real good.
Oh, okay. He's into it.
Feeling good about the fight then.
He'll turn and clearly be straining the shackles of some guards. But please,
Of course. Tell your friends. Come and see the bro and watch his bulldog makes them all fall.
he's being led away.
A lot more optimistic than I would expect.
Uh-huh.
Could,
Now I
could
don't know
make,
what you think.
Could I make an insight check on the sincerity level of the Minotaur?
Absolutely.
Hello?
It's just a 13.
Seems completely legit. Not a care in the world. Just really looking forward to fighting people today. He's got the
Well,
same kind of hype you'd see from an athlete about to hit the field.
He invited us to watch, but the idea that this whole thing is in service to the Lord of Storms, I'd rather not be present.
I mean, I'd also rather not want him to die in combat.
He seems thrilled and sincere about it, which makes it very hard for us to do much about it without
Yeah.
causing a big problem. Maybe this is where Valus's thoughts on not chasing down every battle could be helpful.
Could be worth looking into. You will also probably remember that this does constitute a point where, if freed, the Minotaur is not bound by an oath of service, having been released.
Right?
Well, he just needs to win.
It just needs to win. I don't know how much.
We got to give some support. I mean,
Exactly.
That's what I'm
saying.
wondering,
I'm a
but
bard.
I mean-
I'm buff and debuff. I just
We
have
can-
to be sneaky about it.
But isn't he just gonna fight these three guards' families and stuff? So
Yeah, I mean, they'll be capable, but not super capable.
yeah, it's either gonna be one side or the other. I don't know.
I
How
mean,
much
it's happening.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's going to happen. The question is, are we going to?
Do something
we're-
about it.
If we're going to do anything about it, I think it's best if we find out a way that the Minotaur wins. Otherwise, we seem. I worry the king will find us complicit in anything we're taking part in that benefits the Storm Lord otherwise.
What do you think, DeFera?
I just think this is a very surreal conversation we're having, where like we're willing to sacrifice the life of the Minotaur versus the life of the humans. Feels gross all around. Not quite up any of our alleys so far as to what we've done in the past.
I mean, the alternative would be to talk them out of it on the way.
I mean, maybe. I'm not saying I'm neither for or against. This feels wildly out of character for all of us. To like choose that the families will die and we'll buff the
Do we get the
Minotaur.
feeling? Yeah, do we get the feeling that it is like one way or the other, or it's like, it gets to a point that like the humans don't have to die? Like, will
You
there be
can-
intervention?
You can make me a religion or history check to try and understand it, or
Okay.
you can, or they're probably just about to set up if you're continuing to follow along.
Because yeah, I'm wondering if there's like a disproportionate like courtesy between slides.
Well, it is 3
14.
on 1.
But yeah, I think
Uh,
we'll continue to follow.
14.
'Cause we-
Oh no, sorry, go for it.
No, sorry, go for it.
No, with that, there's supposed to be some form of death given the state of the mourners. But it's more of a pride thing. If the soldiers fail, or rather the family members fail to bring down the Minotaur, it's kind of like a respect your ancestors sort of thing by defeating a mighty beast to show respect and power, like the Lord of Storms wants to see.
So it's a timed thing.
No, not necessarily
like,
time, but like
2
think of it
minutes to take it down, or their pride is wounded.
funerary games. They need to defeat the Minotaur in order to show how strong they are. And if they fail, not within a time limit, but just rather at all, they will be shamed. Though there is kind of an expectation that if they fail, they die, given the reputation of the Minotaurs as bloodthirsty creatures.
But they could fail and no one die if the Minotaur chooses not to kill them.
Absolutely. As they're setting up, you do see some funeral pyres have been erected for the fallen, and the Minotaur, who has of course called themselves Bullbug, now the cage has been set down and unlocked, and he is seems to be doing a kind of warm up, leaning hoof to hoof, rolling the shoulders, waving at the crowd, even though everyone's they basically in a small pit effectively, and 3 soldiers have entered.
Is there any chance for us to talk to Bullbeg before this starts? Like while he's
If you want
warming
to
up?
shout down, absolutely.
Or like head down.
Heading down would be a little tougher, given that the 3 combatants are going to be dropping in with him. Kind of the expectation of like, it's kind of think of it. Honestly, in a real life one-to-one comparison, it's kind of like a bear pit.
The Thurnos will move as close to
You can get
above,
almost.
above the Minotaur as possible.
Mhm.
And say, what was it, Bullbug?
Bullbug.
Okay, that's some Bullbug.
Ah, a fan. Hi.
Do you know, I've spent some time with some of the centaurs that are around this area. Interesting group. They said something about strength that meant a lot to me. You know,
Yeah.
you can show great strength and restraint. You don't have to kill to win.
I wasn't gonna kill these guys. I just rough
that's-
them up a bit.
You know they're going to try to kill you, though, right?
They're gonna try. He's gonna turn around and greet the three competitors. All right, who's first? And in
Turn around to everyone else. This is going to be weird.
relatively quick, so the first one rushes in and lunges with a sword. Boba kind of like sidesteps it, grabs the guy, grabs his the back of his belt, and kind of just throws him into the wall. Just, all right, that's one. Who wants to try again? The next two charge him at once, splitting. He's like, that's clever. I can't look at both places at once, except my head's like a bovine. So, yes, I can. And also I have a picture of Bulbug for you all.
Let's see.
Your friendly neighborhood Minotaur man. And they'll both try and swipe at him. And as they get close, he will pick one, grab the head of the other, and keep him at a distance, like a short guy swinging his arms, before lifting him up and tossing him on top of the other, and it forms a neat little stack of three for what for. All right, it's pretty easy. Any more of you? And you'll start hearing people shouting down that, you should kill them. They deserve death rather than dishonor. And he's like, I'm not gonna kill anybody. You kidding me? My mom taught me better than that. So if you want to throw in some winnings or something, I'll gladly take any. Man, new friend. Maybe you want to fight. If you beat me, I'll follow you around and beat up anyone weaker than you.
Well, I'm going to look down at what is patently the weakest looking siren body that you can imagine.
Oh, bring the group. It'll be easy. 5 of you rather. No, 4 of you will do much better than 3. It's like 2 extra sets of arms. For 1. How many of you are there?
How many
There's
hands?
4.
How many fingers?
How many fingers do you say?
Oh, 4 is good. All
Well,
right.
Friend, that would certainly be a bit of sport, wouldn't it?
Sure. Like arm wrestle, slap fight, whatever you want to do.
Whatever we want to do.
Whatever's. He does seem to have taken a few scratches and doesn't seem like in his fighting best, but.
Do we think we could maybe learn from him? Like, who better to learn about the whole whereabouts of what's going on at Stygian Road than maybe someone who's been through it?
That's true. But also, every way that I have to fight is going to be incredibly violent.
If you're gonna talk tactic, it's only fair you do it in the ring.
Were we gonna jump in?
The worst case scenario is we're embarrassed by getting beat up by a Minotaur. The best case scenario is he follows us around to help out.
Okay. I guess I try to see if there's a guard in charge.
Oh,
And
you
like-
can probably just jump right in.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so I think Leo just hops in, very excited.
Oh, yeah, there we go. What's your name?
Leo.
Put her there, Leo. And he goes out for a handshake.
I stick out my hand and give
Gives
him
you a
handshake.
big, even with your strength, you'd still moving your whole arm a little bit. The name's Bulbuck. It's a pleasure to meet you. We should get some food after this. You like food, Leo?
Yes.
Ah,
I do.
perfect. Anyway, I'm gonna try and headbutt you right now. Friendly heads up. And he's gonna.
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Leo.
And he's gonna try and pull back and headbutt you. 16.
No.
Let me make this like this for a little bit. No, it doesn't hit him. You'll be able to bring his shield up in time. Oh, damn! That's some good quality steel you got there. And he's still shaking your hand as he's doing this.
Oh, okay.
I
Ow.
suppose we should stop shaking hands now and get down to a fight.
Yes, of course.
What moves do you guys want to make? We can set initiative, or we can just go in whatever order.
Oh, were you guys not going to join me?
I mean, I'll jump in. I don't want Leo to be alone. So-
Well, that means he's not going to kill him.
I hope not.
If we... I mean, you hope not.
Of course.
I'm just psyching you out, friend.
You're a
This
good pal.
You're a
This is-
good pal.
I think we should just let them go and help from here.
Oh, no fun if you're all hanging out up there. I'll have to jump up and pull you down if you're gonna be helping.
How?
It's like the great games. You can't be casting spells from afar.
I will look at the Fear and Calliope.
Well, we already have one person in the ring. I guess
He's
we're
already-
doing this.
Okay. Thranos will flutter into the air high enough to clear the wall and land lightly.
All right then. We can roll initiative for this.
I'm certain this won't go sour.
Oh, it'll be
Oh, nice.
great.
One.
Oof.
Oh no, we all rolled terror.
Every last one of us rolled terrible.
Oh no.
But it looks like he did too.
He also didn't roll too great,
Oh my
so
god.
Oh,
should be all set. All right, Defira, you're up first. I'll turn on some battle music.
Sorry, I had to look something up really quick. She's just gonna hop down with the gall under her arm.
Still.
Yeah. And the quarterstaff in her other hand. And there's like a level of defeat on Jafira's face at this point. Between like the goal and this city and all of this. She's just like, this is what we're doing now. And holding the goal under the hand. She's just gonna take a little swing with the quarterstaff.
All right. What'd you get?
15 to hit.
15 will just not make it.
Yeah.
As you take that swing, he's like, "Oh, I've seen that one before," and he meets it with his horn, and blocks it off. You have to swing a bit harder than that to beat my dumb cow brain.
Okay.
Anything else you want
Bonus
to?
section. She's just gonna. No, she's not gonna do that. Never mind. Nothing. She's not gonna do nothing.
Okay. Dranos, you're up.
Thranos is going to. So you're sure you're ready for this then?
Oh, come on!
And
I'm not gonna sit around. These people came here for a show.
both of my wings are going to rise, and energy's going to start arcing through them, and they're going to snap forward. And I need an intelligence saving throw from the Minotaur.
One.
One that
A one.
fails.
Damn.
3d6, 10 psychic damage,
Okay.
and on its next turn, it only gets a move, an action, or a bonus action.
Okay. And it's his turn. So he's gonna reel back. Oh, damn! Oh, cow brain. All right, my turn. And he is going to reel back again, and going to just try and haymaker, clothesline rather, Leo. So I'll just make it with this. That's gonna be a 20 to hit, not natural.
That just hits.
Oh, it's just. Oh gosh. All right. That is going to be 21 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
As he lays you out and steps over you. Looking at the people behind Leo now. All right. Are you all the creamy nougat center? Or do I have to
Everyone-
keep cracking?
Keep a few feet between you and him.
Climbing.
Yeah, so that was like, I don't know what that means. But you're doing a great job. But I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
I'm gonna cast essentially like towards the back of the arena, so it's only like affecting our Minotaur friend here. It is going to temporarily sparkle before dissipating. It's gonna cast Fairy Fire. I need a dex save, please.
Okay. 11.
That will fail. So attacks have advantage on it. If they can see him, then they can.
Yeah, absolutely. He
yeah.
lights up in the back, all sparkly now. Oh, look at that! I'm all shiny.
Looks good on you.
Thank you.
And then,
Still gonna have to hit you though.
as my bonus action, I'm just gonna look over to Defera and just kind of shrug apologetically and give a bardic inspiration. What is this?
It's bulldog time. Leo, you can get yourself back up for free.
Yeah, I get up. I am very beat up.
You okay,
and,
back there, friend?
I am more than okay. I think he should just still focus on me, and I cast Compel Duel. And so it's a Wisdom saving throw of 14.
He'll willingly fail that. Just,
Oh.
alright, you want some one-on-one time with the bullbug? You get some one-on-one time with the bullbug.
Cool.
The rest of you can look at my tail, and he waggles it for you.
Awesome. And then I don't think I can attack because I cast that. But that should be good. Keep you guys alive for a little bit longer.
Leo, keep just a little distance between you and him. Make him chase you.
Got
Yeah,
it.
good for my cardio. He pats his big pot belly.
Yeah, so maybe I take maybe 10 feet back as I kind of just...
Oh, he'll take that off attack against you, though. And it'll be another swing for a 23 to hit
That hits.
for 16 more bludgeoning.
Oof.
As he is just, as you go to step away, he's just gonna bring a huge uppercut as you're back.
He cannot take
Oh,
a
he
reaction
can't?
until the
Never
end
mind.
of his next turn.
Oh, Snapola, that's not nice for me. I like those opportunity attacks. It's fine.
Cool.
Alrighty. Anything else on your turn? You're good, Leo?
I'm good. Yep.
Defira. Would you like to command your seagull?
I mean,
Nicholas under
it
her
has
arm.
advantage.
And she's going to say, if you are a fighting gull, now would be the time to do that. And she's just going to toss it at him.
The girl is gonna flap up and just start pecking at his head.
He's actually going to just fly obnoxiously around his head and utilize a taunt. He must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 9. I believe that means he has disadvantage on the next ability check or attack roll made within the next minute.
Yeah, and he's deafened.
If they're deafened, they automatically save.
Oh, okay. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Uh,
Damn it! Bird! I'll bake you into a pie! Sorry if it's a pet. Oh!
And then bonus action disengage.
Yeah.
You don't have to. He can't take reactions.
Oh, then they'll just stand there.
You just still
Walking.
want some space.
Well, okay, then disengage. Come back here.
Oh, damn it! That better not be poop.
I hear it's lucky, and my wings are going to start sparking energy again, and
Oh,
whip again
no.
for another intelligence save. And this time I'm going to meta magic it so that he has disadvantage as well, because
3.
I really don't want him to succeed on any of these.
With the disadvantage, it's 3 instead of a 9.
Okay, that's fine. So that cost me quite a bit of meta magic, but that's fine. Cast button, sorry. Right there
They're
we
all
go.
good.
That is 14 damage, psychic. And he's locked down again, no reactions, and he can only move, attack, or bonus action on his turn. I'm going to walk up to him, assuming I'm close enough to do that, and then walk away. And I'm going to say, Bellbug, how you feeling, buddy? And I'm going to take my little siren fist and try and... Oh, wait, I can't.
Hey, you wanna
Effectively,
do flavor.
effectively, I'll try to punch him in the jaw, but it does nothing. And then I'll just walk away.
Oh, no one likes it when you rub dirt in the wound. Except for me, makes me tougher. You're doing great, buddy.
I can only do that a few more times, everyone.
Oh, it's okay. I don't mind you stopping it.
That's it?
Speaking of which, it's Bullbug's turn. And he's just gonna charge up towards you, Leo. So he'll just, to be honest with you, buddy, your friends are whacking the hell out of me. I mean, they didn't let me sleep the night before, and whoa, this fight was rigged if they didn't know how good I was, but damn if I'm not catching a beating here.
Now I feel bad fighting you.
Oh, don't worry. I'll hit you upside the head, and that'll make you feel worse.
Please don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. It is his go, though. Calliope.
Okay. I don't really have any weapons that aren't like. All I have are blades. Like, can I just do like a pommel strike? Like,
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to, in this instance, I'll say you can make all damage non-lethal, but
okay.
Oh yeah, that's the plan.
yeah.
Great. Okay, I love that. We're gonna do that. Alright. And it's at advantage because it's fairy fire. It's a 10, it's not gonna do it.
Nope.
I just feel bad.
You go and yeah. You see just his exposed back and everything. You just like, I'll hold him back, are ya? Yeah, very clean strike there. Feeling bad for old Bullbug.
I think, yeah, even Leo kind of leans on the back. It's like, you guys are holding back, right?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, pal. Hit me with something hard.
All right. And then, yeah, I also am going to try and, longsword and, 17.
17 will hit.
Oh, awesome.
We have advantage because of fairy fire.
Yeah, roll, see if you can get a crit on it.
Fish for the
Yeah.
crit.
Awesome.
Ah,
Nope.
no.
Alright. But I'm gonna do damage.
You want to smite on it?
12. Oof. I maybe should because I think I can only take 1 or 2 more hits from him.
Do it.
Yes, yeah, I'm gonna go and also Divine Smite that. Where's the button?
The ultimate question. How do I cast smite? I'm trying to hit the button.
Oh, there it
but
is.
I'm smiting.
Boom. Deal. Click. There we go. So 18 damage total.
You pull back with your sword as it's glowing, and there's a series of lights, and Bobo's like, "Oh shit!" As you, boom, basically smack up more so with the haft of your sword, as he is going to fall over onto the side and just onto his and roll onto his back. Just, oh jeez, cheese on a biscuit. That doesn't feel very good. Oh. Damn.
How you doing there, buddy?
I think I'm good. I'm excited, though. I figured out who's paying for my meals from now on.
Walk over, reach out a hand to help him up.
Oh, that's very kind of you, but I think I'm a bit of a realist. And he'll take it, though, and he'll basically just pull you down.
I'll try. I will try to hold my ground.
All right, give me a second here. Yeah, give me some of those ab muscles. Come on. Oh, all right. Oh. And he works his own way up.
Natural 20 on a strength check
It's an 18.
for a total of 18.
Oh, you look stronger than you look, huh? Oh, it's gonna need time to sit. Gotta get all my teeth in order. It's hard to do it when you gotta crush all your food down, you know? Just kidding. I can eat meat like anyone else. Anyway, well, deal's a deal. He offers a handout to, I guess, you Thrones, because you're closest. I'll follow you around wherever you need me to be. Be your muscle. Be your thinker. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it, but hell, if you need it.
We found ourselves in need of a local, and
Oh, that's great. Born and raised here. Well, you know, raised here. Born is a different item altogether, but I know this city like the back of my hand. Oh, that's Scar's name, actually.
well,
Assuming you are interested in what it looks like from behind a cage.
I don't think you have to worry about that anymore.
Good. 'Cause I also know some of the suburban areas. Like I said, grew up here.
All right.
And he looks up. We're good to go, right? And he sees the three people he thrashed before starting to stir. Oh, that's right. All right, fellas, come on. And he's like lifting them up like babies out of the pit. Just out you go. There you go. Yep. Healers will be here in a moment. Ugh.
They're
Side on people.
not going to be upset with you for coming out ahead there, are they?
Probably, but I don't really care too much what the Order of Sidon thinks about me.
That's
We
the
like your
spirit.
style then.
Oh, well, thank you. I call it Gladiator Shike. I think that's how you say it, right?
Look, when you're that big, you call it whatever you like.
Oh, good. I'll get bigger. I can call anything I want.
I think our plan was to, visit a few places. The Siren's Nest as a first stop, maybe?
Oh, looking to
Looking for contacts.
oh, there's a lot of contact in there. See? I was trying to think of something dirty. I came up with it eventually.
We knew you could.
Thank you, folks. Well, why don't, I might be, out of the muscle business just for a little day at least. Just give me a moment to... Oh, yeah. He rolls his shoulders. Oh, but I can look imposing still. Should all be good there.
Yeah, might give us a little bit of space while we walk down the street.
Oh, I hope so. Otherwise, we're not getting through. And he'll pull himself up and offer a hand down to each of you and hoist you with alarming ease out of the hole if you need it.
I will admit that went better than I expected.
Oh, I'll say. I mean, wait. Should I? Freedom, new friends. Oh, you've been friends either way. Just wouldn't have respected you as much as all.
That's nice of you.
Oh, of course. I'm nothing if not nice. And hungry. Y'all want to get food.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes.
How you feeling there, Leo?
I have a stomachache, but nothing that, some food will cure, hopefully.
Oh, yeah. Vertigo. I heard that prescribed a few times after my fights. Or something like that, at least.
But yeah, your punches are out of this world.
Oh, usually I have a great axe or something, but, I make do occasionally.
I am lucky you did not have your great axe.
Oh, no, don't be silly. Anyway, where y'all want to go?
I suppose the plan's the Siren's Nest?
Or the Satyr's Tail. Either
Or
one.
the Satyr's Tail? I mean, we already have someone expecting us at one of them, I guess.
Yeah, your new
At least one of
girlfriend.
us. Oh, yeah.
Bit much.
I'd say probably better grub at the Satyr's Tail, given it's an inn, or rather a bar, but... Well, depends on what you need at the Siren's Roost.
Well, go to whichever's closer, I suppose.
Siren's Roost it is.
Already proving incredibly useful.
Ah, good. He smacks you hard on the back. Come on, then. Damn, stupid cowbrain. Gotta keep up with your fancy spells.
Well, I could only have done it 4 more times, so...
Oh, jeez. Who are you guys?
We're the Oracle's chosen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
One
Why?
way or another.
Wild
I think
stuff.
we'll bring the worship of the gods back to the forefront here.
Oh, good. That sounds good to me. Mom worshipped the 5. Ah, she was lovely. You would have really liked her cooking. It's me coughing on it. For the record.
Just to be clear, there's no sarcasm.
Yeah,
The cooking was good.
But yeah, he'll lead you right into, right back into Stygian Row and back into the low-down music,
Defira, did you recollect your new friend?
Yeah, under her arm, you can see that Icarus is still there. Maybe a little bit more scared than before, but still there.
Oh,
doesn't seem all too worried.
the fearless birds.
Its feet are occasionally just treading in the air.
I'll kind of tug on Defira's sleeve a little bit to fall to the back of the group. I find myself recently caring less and less happens to followers of Sidon. Keep checking me on it, would you?
Sure. I appreciate that.
I don't know how we're going to come out ahead in all this as far behind as we are. And I don't want to end up cruel about it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I also don't want to be cruel about it. But if we take that hard turn, I think maybe we still just do it as a team. So, I guess what I'm saying is if you really feel compelled, I feel like you have some people who will support you in it. But, like, let's try to not get you there.
Sidon's just taken so much from me. I hate for anyone to say his name with anything but hate. It hurts. Every time.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see what's at the Siren's Nest, though. And go from there.
If nothing else, we know titties are there. That was her
True.
name, right? That was...
I think so. Now, what do you know about sirens, by the way?
Not a lot. Learning as I go. 6 titties.
Sometimes.
6 nipples.
Sometimes.
Just... Wow. I mean... That's a lot more than I have. And she's going to look at the gull and see if there's any nipples on the gull. And more than this guy's got too. Who
Don't
would
think.
have known?
Anyway, thanks, DeFair.
You're welcome.
You all make your way into the rather deeper into the Stitch Road than you had gone before. Eventually arriving outside of a place that is marked the Siren's Roost. Of course, showing a beautiful woman upon the rocks. Scantily clad men and women line this building's large windows, reclining on crushed velvet pillows, rich silks, and gilded furniture. The signs hanging above the door depict a feathered woman in the throes of ecstasy. As you enter, a beautiful siren dressed in a scarlet's toga approaches you. Welcome to the Siren's Roost. Here, you can taste the finest fruits of immortality. How may we serve you? My name, of course, is Ambrosia. Be happy to help you find exactly what you're looking for.
I'm gonna whisper into Threnos' ear right before he says anything. Just be careful they don't tell you their real names. Not that I know. I'm just saying they don't usually use their real names. So her name's probably not Ambrosia. Okay, and then she'll just step back with the bird in her arm.
Yeah. If you could please leave the pets outside, that'd be quite fine.
It helps her feel more comfortable.
That's,
It's like an anxiety thing.
I suppose, whatever makes my clients comfortable, if it keeps the shit off the floors. Would you
You
all
also
take
don't need to, yuck my yum. Appreciate that. Thanks, bye. She's just gonna step backwards again.
I could yuck your yum if you paid.
No.
No?
Thronos is here for that. He met a young lady. I think her name's Titties.
Tagate.
Tagate.
Tagate, yes.
Tiggity tats.
Daughter of an Oread, yes. Nipples.
Okay.
If that's your flavor of immortality, we could absolutely. 50 gold pieces for the night.
Just a slight.
This is going well.
Could I interject?
I mean, anytime you like, but if you have to pay for something like that, usually.
The,
Would you like a table? Get
that's
I think
yourselves
that's a good start.
composed and look at our offerings. Should bring you into a room where there's less like bench seating and more cushions and communal fires. And it'll show you all to a smaller fire pit where you can all lay down around it. Bullbug will just like collapse into what's effectively like half the semicircle. Just warm fire on the hooves. Great feeling. So, who's ordering the first round? I'd offer, but they don't let you put a lot of gold pieces into your togas here.
What are you drinking, Bullbug?
Wine.
Wine it is.
We'll probably get the first round for free. Don't let them charge you just yet. And soon enough, yeah, someone does come over and offer you all, small cups of wine. But you do see a number of very beautiful people walking around as well as they come over, either just lightly brushing shoulders or just, giving you, like, locking eyes with you. Very clearly flirtatious environment. Clearly trying to entice a sale if you know the business model here.
Thranos will wave down one of the refill folks that have a big old jug of wine.
Oh, there's a lot of people with big jugs.
Yeah, well, just one of them, though.
Okay.
Yep. Very, very specific.
Yeah.
Aggressive eye contact. If you could just leave that would be great.
Leave it. All right. Well, it will cost you. I'll put it on your tab.
That sounds ominous. And I will hand Bullbug a carafe of refill carafe of wine.
If you already weren't all my favorites, you'd be my favorite now. And we'll just take a big hearty chunk.
Not all at once.
Oh, that's good stuff. Don't worry. I left you half. I'm in control of my facilities. It's my one fancy word.
It's a good fancy word.
Facilities.
Should we just ask for her directly?
I mean, eventually I imagine the maitre d' will be around.
Could you give us a moment, please?
Me? You want me to... I can go...
No, you're fine. You can just drink. You're fine. It's all right.
All right.
Are we like looking for your lady friend? Your
No,
special
for
lady
the-
friend?
The
Oh,
No,
right.
maybe not that one.
the one we actually need to know about. Should we ask directly or beat around the bush a little bit before getting to the point?
There's a joke here there about what you just said, but I'm not gonna make it.
Oh, I'm trying
Don't
to
know what
figure
you're
it out.
talking about.
No spoilers.
Ballbag gets it.
Bullbug.
How
It's okay, friend. We just met and I don't even know your name. I'm sure it's lovely.
So, Bullbug, yeah, Bullbug, Bullbug.
I'm never gonna get it right.
That's all right.
Oh, don't worry.
Shocking.
Just pick a vowel. Pick 2 vowels every time.
I tried that, didn't go well. So I feel like if we start asking questions, we should do it. And she'll kind of glance around, like, do any of you guys have like spells that will force people to like be your friend or tell you the truth or bully them into giving you answers?
But on one hand, I like just pull out a single coin. I don't think it takes a spell to force much of anything around here.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's just kind of a question of how do we want to approach it. I mean, do we ask directly for her by name? do we? I mean, how do we hint at anything else?
We can say we're looking for information.
Ambrosia
Yeah.
will
Coins?
eventually sashay her way over. Have any of you come to a decision? I can, of course, introduce you to anyone you've taken a fancy to. Or just make the formal round of introductions if you need moments alone with anybody.
We're kind of looking for someone special, specific.
Well, okay. I remember I mentioned.
I mean, do you
mentioned
take
Peggy
descriptions?
I can do my best to fulfill any desire you want.
I don't.
Again, whatever
We did-
flavor of immortality you're looking for. We have
Yes.
all kinds.
I mean, like, I'm just gonna like look at everyone else that's around the fire pit.
Do you have any Medusas? Yeah.
No, unfortunately not.
Oh, darn.
Insight
Oh.
check, please.
Could you check in the back? just double
I would
check in the
like to-
back for us
I would
real
like
quick.
to vibe check that.
Absolutely, vibe check that statement.
Yeah.
Does she react at all to the word Medusa?
Oh, 13. It's not very good.
Anyone else want to roll?
I would like to know if she reacted to Medusa at all. That
No,
seems-
I mean, she's like, obviously, I think you say you perked her ears up, but I said, Calliope, it's a little hard for you to read her. I mean, obviously, this is someone who's very used to faking emotions.
Exactly.
But Defera and Threnos, you both get a pretty clear read that, you know, she genuinely takes this as a very serious inquiry and is like, obviously, it seems like you've hit on an issue, like something like this has come up before, and unfortunately she's still not able to meet that market need, and it annoys her a little bit. It's one of those, you know, maybe it's not best to invest in something like that for the long term, but right now, while the market's hot,
I guess maybe.
So, go ahead, Threnna.
No. I don't want to interrupt.
we have plenty of people who could wear headdresses if you like, or braid their hair in a certain way if it's texture you're going for. Some people who are trained with animals.
DeFerro will bring her hood down.
Oh, you want to apply? Okay.
I'm willing to apply if it comes with information. We're kind of looking for somebody. Think of it like a trade during a
You realize
market.
what our job description here is, right?
yeah.
It's very good at listening.
Mhm. Very good at
Look, darling,
Mhm.
I'm going to tell you this right now. For your sake, for your friends' sakes. Whatever information you're trying to find, I probably don't have it. It's certainly not worth dealing with clientele for as long as I'll need it for in return for whatever I deem that information to be worthy. You're a guest here. Be a guest. I don't care about your affliction or your curse.
So, do you know the lady of? I mean, should we just ask?
Well,
Leo,
I mean,
you ask.
you're 2/3 of the way there. I mean, come on, I can help you finish if you need. You're looking for the Lady of Coins, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Look, even if I was in the information business, most of my clientele is upper class, looking to fulfill some kind of deific inspiration. Only reason I know anything about it is probably something you might have heard from one of those rich folk up on the hill.
Any idea where we might find more information about her? Then?
Yes, unfortunately I do. Satyr's Tale might know a bit more, but I can't in good conscience send you over there without some full bellies. Not a euphemism, by the way. Julius, Scab, who runs that place, he basically just allows anyone in, but is also big on secrecy, so if you start asking questions over there, I'd just be careful that you don't get escorted out, you know? He tried to collect protection money at a point until I got Verena.
It's more indirect there.
If you can, yeah. But if you're really looking for the Lady of Coins, I'd be very careful.
We are known for our subtlety. As Bullbug burps.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I haven't had. Oh god, I'm too drunk. Oh gosh, I'm Bullbug. I haven't had something like that in a while.
Well, I suppose we eat, and then we go.
Then you're free to any of the fruits that you should need, I suppose. Here, let me. She'll snap, and some people will come a bit close to the table. We, of course, have Axios, son of Narcissus, the lost god of beauty. Calypsa, daughter of the Nereid, sea nymph.
No, you said food.
Oh, yeah, they'll come. I'm just wondering if you want dessert as well. We also have
Aggressive eye contact.
We have a son of Pythor. Son of Helios, ancient sun god. Really? Anything you want.
I look over at everyone else.
I think, yeah, like Leo has been just uncomfortably just like
You see that the aforementioned son of Pythor is definitely like looking with like a biting his finger, looking at Leo. More specifically, looking at Leo's arms.
Have an admirer, Leo.
we have a lot of admirers right now.
It's actually true.
We'll let you get back to your meal. But should you need anything, you know where to find me. Or just speak to one of my little divinations. She'll leave, though you will note, Leo, that the son of Callister does like keep looking at you until the others have gone, and then seems to, if you match eyes with him for a moment, he'll motion his head over before heading in a direction.
Yeah, I think I stand up and follow. It's like I say, hey, I'll be right back.
I will
Use
look at you two and go. What'd you say?
I was gonna say, don't forget, use protection. Be careful.
I will look at the other two of you and go, not who I thought would go.
Oh, you can't hardly blame him. He got his house rocked in. Probably wants to rock someone else's house. Oh, that's 2 for Bullbug. Good for me.
Well done, Bullbug.
Thank you. What are all your names, by the way?
Oh,
Name's Calliope.
Oh, that's a great name. looks around the circle at anyone else.
Threnos.
It's another great name. 2 for 2 in this group, really. Just knocking it out of the park.
Tefera.
Oh, that's excellent. And who's the little friend? Unless we're gonna grill him up later. In which case, the tasty-looking friend.
This is, Icarus.
Oh, alright. Hello, Icarus. I don't think you're food now that you have a name.
Full name, Icarus. What's the little dragon's name?
Mytros?
Mytros.
Mytros the Second, Junior.
Icarus Mytros the Second Junior.
I'll call him Icky for short.
That
On account
tracks,
he's,
actually.
short.
Yeah.
Who's the fella gonna go talk to that strapping gentleman over there?
That's Leo.
That's-
4 for 4. Wow. Great names, everybody. Good job to your
Just wait
parents.
till you meet the others. There's more.
There's more of you? Oh,
Mhm.
oh boy. I remember 4 names already. 5 if you count Icky.
Well, I'm sure you'll do very well.
I'll try. I got a bad cow brain. Anyway, Leo.
So, how long is appropriate to wait? And then it
It will
goes.
cut, yeah. It will
cuts
cut
over
to
to
Leo,
Leo.
you pushing away like a satin drape. And Callister is like built, but is like absolutely like looks very worried right now more than trying to be alluring. Is you're one of the oracles chosen, yes?
Yes.
You've worked with my father Pythor. You helped him.
Pythor is your dad? I thought that was just a nickname.
No, I mean, some of them aren't actually, like, Tay isn't actually an Oria, Like, does some fancy designs on her skin with paint. It doesn't matter. Yes, Pythor is actually my father. And I'm glad you got on with him, because someone has to. But I just, look, I saw you, and I figured maybe you could help, and something's wrong, and you help people, and I figured that would help. Anyway, can't be in here too long, and he goes and checks out without the sound of you taking off your armor, so if you could just do that really quick.
I think, he just starts taking off his armor. Ging.
Okay, I'm gonna make this as quick as possible, because I feel like I'm crazy, but there's been some people going into the Temple of Lutheria and haven't come out.
Yeah.
Someone will start walking by, and he'll like push you down to the pillows, and he leans down to your ear. There's been, I swear I've heard something down in those wine cellars. I tried to sneak it once, but I couldn't get too close. I was terrified. And another set of footsteps, and he'll just like moan, like just a little bit too loudly. I don't have anything to offer you, but if it's true and there's people down there, it's the right thing to do.
Yes. Yeah, we can go check it out and stuff.
Oh my god, thank you. He cups your face and gives you a quick kiss. Oh my god, thank you so much. And anyway, you can get up now. Sorry.
Okay.
Hope it's not. Hope it doesn't make you seem like you went too quickly. Here, will adjust your token in such a way that looks like it was like hastily put back on. Let me help you with your armor. It's the least I can. Sorry, Ambrosia's nice, but she doesn't like freebies and doesn't like that I'm causing stir with this kind of thing. But you can help. And we'll pull the straps so you're all set. A little bit too tight initially, like doesn't really apply his own strength here, but well, absolutely. push you out and give you kind of like sultry look, but then like mouth.
Yeah. Like I kind of nod, and then I come heading back to the table, kind of like awkwardly walking as I am trying to adjust back my clothes and stuff.
Mm. You will see, of course, lipstick stain on his lips, just very lightly. But
That also surprises me.
What surprises you?
Hi, Leo.
Hey. I think I look around and it's like, maybe we should step outside
oh,
to converse in private.
Oh,
wasn't that bad, was it?
What? No. What? No, it was okay.
Oh, well, that's good.
That's good.
Well, we just got some food going, and you have, of course, it's been long enough you've been served. I put a grill over the fire, and cooked a few legs of chicken for you all to enjoy.
Oh.
Some vegetables and fruits, cheese.
But we do have time for some dinner, real quick.
And more like late lunch, but yeah.
Late lunch.
I'm just glad you got here in time to eat anything. I suppose you certainly had your fair share of, come back to me.
Okay. Cool. Not sure what he's talking about, but
that's all right. Yeah, so we eat and head to the.
Yeah,
Tail
you put down some silvers, and you're of course told to come back whenever you need, and it's been a pleasure to have here. It's been a pleasure to have you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank
yeah, and
you.
like as we leave and stuff, and we get far enough, I think I start to whisper to them. All right, so the son of Pythor,
No, we don't need details.
no, he undressed me and stuff. But
No, we
like,
don't.
That's yeah.
It's
Gives
okay.
more details.
no. That's
Sorry,
sorry. That's not the
Leo, don't
important
feel
part.
like you have to explain this. It's okay.
Yeah, no matter what, we love you, bud.
No, it's fine. This is. I
No,
mean,
no. Anyways,
You do you.
well,
or
thank you,
whoever. It's fine.
That's valid. That's the
Um,
fastest I've ever heard you take your armor off, by the way. And I've had to listen to that a lot traveling with you.
I imagine Versi would be devastated.
Yeah.
What happens in Mytros?
If I was more clear about that relationship, I'd feel like I should interfere, but I'm not clear on that relationship either. So.
Mhm.
anyways, no. They mentioned that at the Lutheria temple, the people have been going in and not coming out, and he was hoping that we could maybe help. You know, the place where they were giving out free pork and wine, very suspiciously.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's unfortunate, to say the least.
I guess it'd be a matter of getting in there, huh?
Yeah.
Should we do that first?
No, we can get more information. I was just trying to relay it before I forgot.
Appreciate that, Leo.
No
Well,
problem.
follow through, I guess. Go to the Satyr's Tail and see what's going on there. See if we can get some more information on Lady of Coins, and maybe this will interest her. She doesn't like what Sidon's worshippers are doing. She's not going to like what Lutheria's worshippers are doing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, head to the Satyr's Tail then.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, Bulldog will lead you in there. Yeah, this spot is absolutely a tavern in all of its grittiest, grimiest sense. The interior of this crowded tavern is thick with smoke and unpleasant smells. Many of the patrons appear to be half-orcs, while others are obviously sailors. It's difficult to walk through the tavern without tripping over one of its many inebriated patrons. A satyr plays up on stage a jaunty tune that seems to keep, everyone relatively informed, but occasionally a glass bottle or a clay carafe will find its way up towards his head that he'll just simply duck out of the way of, and someone else will be thrown out by a group of thugs. The man at the bar, who has one arm, looked at you all grumpily and like you spoiled a perfectly good evening of him doing his job. What do you want?
We were... I can never tell if we're just supposed to be direct or not.
Best you don't. Best you just get a drink and move on. Your types don't look like you're usually in one of these spots anyway.
No, but
You don't need a cook.
I imagine you know who we are, though. You seem like someone who would.
I have some people bumping around in here talking about oracles chosen, so I figure that's you, right?
It is, yes.
Great. You do any of that choosing in here, you'll be asked to leave. So, you want a drink or something to eat?
You just seem like someone that would know the questions we'd ask anyway.
Sure. Shoot.
The Lady of Coins.
Nope.
Insight check.
Oh, sure. I mean, it's pretty clear. His response. You don't need 13 is fine. His response is pretty clear. I'm not fucking touching that.
No. Thronos, I know this was a very funny joke that you rehearsed earlier, but this doesn't seem to be the place. He seems like, a proper businessman here.
Oh, well, thank you. Plus, I don't want anything to do with the Lady of Coins. I want to hear about it. I don't want to see her. Definitely don't want to get turned into a statue just because I used to make an honest profit here before I got stuck in the ear with... Shows it off his nub. Damn cerulean pirates. Everything. Ship, my left arm. You start bothering any of my patrons about this, you'll be out.
No, we won't cause you any trouble, but I would love to hear that story about pirates, was it?
Yeah. Used to be a trader. Used to bring cargo into Mytros. And he'll start going through all the details. He is long-winded and boring, so if anyone else wants to step away, it's kind of like a Herman Melville situation where he needs to tell you all the day-to-day stuff, and apparently it's supposed to be about God. I don't know. The winds were fiery on the first day.
Oh my god.
Let us know how it goes. Calliope, I'll be over here.
Link away, yeah.
Slink away.
All right.
Keeping up very good.
Dude, yeah, like maybe a perception check to see, like, I don't know.
I can give you an honest scan of the room without a perception check. You can see that there appear to be a number of sailors clustered around one person in particular. Seems to be a well-built, half-orc wearing a kind of more official-looking captain's accoutrements. Not like, piratey stuff, of course. That doesn't make sense. But definitely looking a bit nicer than everyone else. Definitely getting paid a bit more attention by the patrons. You see, smaller tables filled with 2 to 3 people, just kind of going about their business, getting some drinks, talking quietly. Then you see two people who appear to be from the Temple of Thylea based on the colors they wear, but they also seem to be, offering out. They basically have a jug, rather a full jug of wine that they're freely distributing to anyone who comes by. Opening the, loosening a calf skin bag and dumping it out as anyone comes near. They appear to be in very high spirits.
Give them a wide berth.
Yep.
Go where?
I guess, yeah, Leo heads over to the sailors.
You're gonna catch them like halfway or towards the end of his joke. And he says, that's not a tree, that's my wife! And they all burst into laughter as they all clink glasses against one another, not actually glasses, of course, but cups into each other and spill wine all across the table. A new friend, a new onlooker, perhaps?
That was a great
Please.
joke.
Oh, you're too kind, too kind. Someone find this lad a drink. He looks entirely too sober to be in our group.
No. By all means.
Oh, yes. No one sits sober at Captain Varkin's table.
Captain Varkin. But yeah, I think I sit down, I accept the drink, and then just I think he's like yeah, I'm just new in town, and I was trying to meet some new friends.
Well, you found a fine group of friends, then. We travel all around the Cerulean Gulf, bringing goods wherever they need to be brought. Whether that's, from point A to point B, or from point A to somewhere lost in the middle till we find them.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Oh,
What kind of cargo do you usually transport?
oh, absolutely. So much stuff. Oh, gosh. Ugh. Well, I guess can't really tell you about most of it, given it's from private buyers, but, wineskins, pottery, fragile things, precious things, Cargo that needs to be watched or maintained.
Did I do an insight check?
Sure.
Is he implying 19?
He seems to be implying he gets down to the low down, no good, rotten stuff. But also works for some private clients, like perhaps someone he knows he shouldn't be openly boasting about as much as he does.
Mm-hmm. Well, that sounds like a very interesting work.
Oh, you're telling me? I mean, it's good work, honest work too, if you're looking to join, though we'll have to hate you.
You'll have to hate me.
Haze, my friend, not
Oh,
hate.
Haze.
Unless you give us a reason to hate.
No, never.
Never. Good on you, lad. So what brings you here? I imagine a fine lad such as yourself can find a better watering hole than this.
Yeah, no, I've been around.
Yeah, I can tell. He looks you over. Looks like you spent some time at the Siren's Roost.
I think he wipes away. No one told me about that. Okay. No, maybe yes. But no, honestly, just looking for information, I think.
Well,
And you guys seem to know a lot about what goes on around here.
information often comes with the price, you see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You see, a lot of people pay me to keep things quiet. You understand? I go places where a lot of people don't know how to go. And that kind of information comes at a cost. Something I don't think you can afford. You don't look like you're laden with that much gold.
Shoot, I might not be. That was Comrade, not Leo. I, trying to figure out how Leo would play this. I think he. He might use it. Like he's like, well, I am kind of known around these parts, and pulls out a gold coin and sets it on the table. Just looking for this lady of coins.
What? He points at the singular gold coin on the table. Oh, it's funny. What?
Same energy as 1 copper piece.
Woo! Oh, it's funnier than my joke. Oh, you should get
Is that
out
too
there
much?
and
I'm
replace
sorry.
friction. Too much. The group explodes into laughter.
I think
Oh,
Leo's
son.
just smiling, like,
Son.
I think,
You don't know who you're dealing with. The kind of person that we do business with pays us a lot more than that just to be quiet.
oh, my mistake.
Yeah. So, if you are looking for the lady of coins and not the lady of coin, I'd suggest you keep that gold piece. Maybe bring a second for your eyes. Not that we do anything to you, unless we were paid to, of course, but, well. Only fair that we give you a warning. You're
Mighty
a
kind
thief.
of you.
Absolutely. We'll see you on your way. Why don't you leave that coin on the table, though?
Yes, of course. Yeah, he like sets it back down. He gets up. He leaves the drink and then heads back to the bar.
And you're back just in time. And so, it's another day, and of course, it's still sunny, and we have no wind. It's the worst. Where's everyone else?
I mean, I'm just looking as enthralled and as interested as can be to this story and just kind of waiting to see if I can get a word in edgewise.
Make a whiz save while we do this next
Oh
bit
my
here.
god,
See if
okay.
you get lulled to absolute boredom.
No. Wisdom isn't my good stat. That's a 4! No!
You're starting to drowse off as Leo comes back.
Fine.
Alright, two of yous. Tifera and Thronos, what you doing?
Just I keep looking at the group from offering the wine and the pork and look at Tifera and go, I'm getting a bad feeling about them.
I agree.
I don't know if they're poisoning it, drugging it, or something else.
Only poison they're slipping into that is the spice choices they use. And as you hear two people bump elbows and laugh.
So you don't partake?
Not twice. Ha ha. No. That's it's nice the first time, but it tastes like shit. Oh, that wasn't creative at all, brother. I don't care if it wasn't creative. It's true. You always be truthful with people the first time you meet them, unless you're paid to kill them.
That is great to hear you're being truthful then.
Absolutely.
So it tastes awful.
We've had better. Yeah. One time we had to eat cow droppings.
And that was better.
Absolutely.
Okay, so if it's so
Full of
bad,
nutrients.
why does everyone keep accepting?
Free. Man, we're probably just have more refined taste than most of the bastards who choose to get a drink here.
Okay.
Most of them
And,
smell like cow droppings.
And the pork.
More like the bark of wood.
And that's all it takes for people to be happy is free terrible food?
Well, for us it's terrible, but look at them. Look at all the smiles on their faces. Look at how few teeth they still all have left. I think between all of them there might be one exact full smile.
Guess thought it'd be something more nefarious than that.
No. Just Lutherius. That was terrible. Fuck you. Anyway, you aren't lost, right? You're not just strutting around trying to work up sales for the Siren's Roost, right? Because you're not really doing too well.
Not my area of expertise.
We can tell.
Mostly just looking, I guess. There's a lot to
Well.
learn in this city.
Well, be careful where you're putting your peepers. A lot of people don't like you looking at them. A lot of people aren't very good to look at anyway. But I'm sure
Oh.
you know how that is.
It can be. But we mean well. We hope things turn out better than they are. Hey, it stopped raining. It can't be all that bad.
Yeah, great. Now we can smell all the shit again.
Only tomorrow. Today's still nice.
Yeah, at that point. I guess we'll drink to that. And they appear to have quite a hefty bag of coins that they'll motion. They'll put the coins down on the table and seem to indicate to a server to bring another carafe to their table.
Well, you two enjoy.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Hope you're perusing nets you somewhere nice.
Well, it was interesting to say the least. It's terrible and everyone takes it anyway.
You never try it yourself. They might be assholes.
What do you think? I'm not going to try it.
Tefera is going to pick up the drink off of the table that Leo did not drink.
Oh, go over to the crew.
Yeah, and she's just gonna set like a gold down to take the drink or whatever it costs for the drink.
Yeah, it will
and
only be a
sit.
couple properties.
She just doesn't want to go back over to the bar with the guy, so she's just paying for a drink a different way, and then walks back over to Threnos, chugs the drink. I mean, here we are. We might as well just do it. And luckily, and she'll point, have an ability to withstand things like this. So if it's poisoned, maybe just let me do it.
That seems like a stretch.
I mean, it'd
What
be
if we
better
just-
than you guys.
What if we just took it somewhere to find someone that could tell us what's in it?
Sure. We could try to find somebody. Do we have time for that?
Well, I mean, we have most of the information here. I really don't know. I don't know what we're going to do unless we find this Lady of Cups or figure out why people are disappearing in that temple. I think it comes down to one of those two things, and if we follow either thread, I think we'll get the attention or the information about the other.
The temple seems easier to get into.
So far, I thought someone might know something about the lady, but if they do, they don't want to talk about it. Which means
It's
we
also
could be
fun.
jumped in an alley with people that know more than us about it to tell us to stop asking about it. Or, I don't know. I don't know if we should go to Lutheria's temple or not. It's a very noisy way to do things.
As you two are debating, you are going to hear the slam of a tail behind you. All right, crew. We spent enough time enjoying ourselves. Time to get back to work. We've got a very important pickup to do. Oh yeah, come on, no groaning. Kicks some of them awake. Money's still on our tab, all right? And you'll finally be released from Julius's debilitating story. Just as he was getting to the interesting part about cleaning the ship.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those barnacles were treacherous. And he'll seem to shake his head and just be resigned to it. And, you know, he'll start making his way out. The crew will move past the both of you. He'll also, of course, mention as he's going out, you know, of course, what am I saying? One more round on the Lady of Coins account. And he'll toss a small bag of coins towards the bar. And it'll land. As they clear out. Any thoughts?
I exchange glances with the others.
I say we follow them.
Yeah, there it is.
Quickly.
Quietly.
As you all make your way out into the dark, you'll notice. Well, make me a perception check really quick as we hit the music here.
I just cannot roll.
Oof.
Okay,
Ooh.
15 isn't bad.
All right, Calliope. Thranos almost. Calliope, you're the only one to notice, probably because you're one of the last ones out, that the two people that, the two brothers, it seems, by their similarity of face, that Thranos was speaking with, watch you both very intently as you're getting up to follow them. And you see they both exchange glances just as the door closes. But as you all head after these totally legit traders and, you know, transporters of goods, that is where we're going to call it for the night. Thank you all so much for joining us again for the next episode of Oathsworn. Before we sign off, though, we are going to go around with our wonderful group of storytellers. And please let them know who you are, where we can see more of your good work. Yeah, why don't we start, as usual, as is tradition, as is expected and as I will never break from, hopefully ever, with Conrad.
I'm Comrade Crash on Twitter and stuff. That's usually where I hang out. I played Leo Dracos, the human paladin. Up next is Chrissy.
Hello, I'm Chrissy Kritz. I played Defera Damos, our Medusa Warlock. Where else can you find me? Every other Thursday, but not this week. This week's a double week. Weird. That doesn't happen ever. So this is a double week. So on Thursday you'll see me, and heck, playing the dragon one. All Hail the Queen. Over on Dat Magic Juice's channel. Listen, sometimes guys, I say sentences like the one I just said, and I'm surprised at my life. Like the sentence, we're gonna play the dragon one over on Dat Magic Juice's channel. That's a whole ass sentence I just said. So
Yeah.
anyways, you know, you can find me all over the internet at Chrissy Kritz. I'm also Bright Dystopia's personal assistant. So if you have any voice acting needs, you know, give me a holler. I do all the scheduling, thank you. Next, Heck.
Alright, hey everybody, it's me, Mr. Heckelot. You know. Tonight, as per usual, I played Calliope, the Siren College of Epic Poetry Bard. You can find me on all of the social medias at Sir Heckelot, including Twitch, Itch, Twitter, Instagram. I'm everywhere, just find me. It's the best place to figure out where I'm going to be in the TTRPG space next. Like Chrissy said, you can find me over on Dat Magic Juice's channel. We're in this together. We're going to say the weird sentences together on this Thursday with All Hail the Queen. You can actually find me tomorrow night over on Lost Caravan RPG with our part 2 of a one-shot we had like back in January. Where we're all a bunch of detectives in a museum and we're figuring out what kind of creepy things are going on in there. It's a good time. This Saturday you can find me over on Indoor Adventures playing in Ghostbusters. Every other Tuesday you can find me back here for Gelgalim, as well as Turk. Every other Friday you can find me back here for Cold Hands Warm Hearts with HP. And special new thing happening starting the 21st of this month, you can find me on ESP TTRPG in the Old Margrave, which is going to be a very into the woods, all like himbo type energy, and it's gonna be so cool. I'm very excited. But that's enough out of me. Please take it away, HP.
I am the Last Hit Point Hero, and I played Thranos, the Sorcerer Demigod, and you'll find me the 17th for Cold Hands Warm Heart, but while I haven't seen the official poster sent out yet, I do actually have a Twitch channel, and there is something happening the evening of the 22nd that you should, if you are in various discords that I am, you will see the announcement fairly soon, I guess. So once that goes live, well, I guess you'll have to wait till the 20th to find out otherwise. But yeah, something special happening on the 22nd that you'll just all have to wait and see. Back up to Turk.
Oh boy. Okay. Hey everybody, I am Turk or Turk Accented on the Annals of History. It's just my name and it is Turk Accented. It was a poor choice. Anyway, I have had the distinct honor and pleasure of being your game master for the evening. If you want to see more of my face and things I do, then you can of course catch me Thursday over on Lost Caravan, where I am playing as Agent Michael in Impossible Landscapes, the Delta Green campaign there, which has been really fun. That's every other Thursday. Also, I'll be over there this Sunday playing Nova, which is a really fun game. Of course, by Gila. That's, you know, it's our part 3. It should be a big battle, so if you want to check that out, it should be pretty fun. I play a vampire. It's not a vampire though. Very different, I swear. I'm also, of course, as mentioned, in Gelgalim next week, rather than the 14th, and back here for Frozen Rain on the 16th. should be really fun considering I hurt my players real bad last time, and they thanked me for it. So, you know, they're a bunch of great freaks, and I care about them greatly. But it's been really fun. That's a Lancer campaign, if you're not familiar. And we're approaching the end game there, so a lot of fun stuff. Of course, we'll be back here on the 20th for more Oathsworn. Thank you all so much. Remember to be the good you want to see in the world, because, you know, the universe deserves your best. And more importantly, remember that even the gods are bound by oaths and prophecy. Thank you all so much for joining us. We'll catch you next time. Good night.